Would never dream of it.
Oh, you know how I work them.
One of the all-time great hip workers.
I am noted as one of America's greatest hip workers and then some. How are you there? Nice to see you.
Nice to see you.
What's going on? What's with the big wire under your chin there? Is that your headphones now?
Yeah.
Oh, is that something new?
No, it's always been there.
Okay, well,
Thought she just got headgear.
I don't know.
Get her teeth fixed.
Maybe is the wire hanging different than usual?
Maybe that's it. I don't know.
All right.
No, we're all right.
Okay, it's good to know.
You too.
Nice to see you.
Yeah, you.
You just told me about as I walked in how your little hubby there.
Yeah.
Your big hubby, however
My
you
big
describe
hubby?
him, Terry. He
My big manly
oh,
hubby.
easy now.
Yeah.
He don't turn us all up.
Big man.
He spotted me pulling into the Seahawk game, but I didn't see him.
No, he did. I spy you and told me to give you a little message.
Yes, I was impressed with the fact that he noted that I had no valid tabs.
He's a tab freak.
Well,
he's
I'm
one of
glad.
those police officers that
Well,
like I spy.
Here's the story on that. It's not like I'm some law-defying tab, snub the nose in the air kind of guy.
Not paying my tabs.
No,
for you.
it's not about that. I am a very accomplished tab-paying citizen. However,
Yes.
here's the deal on the tab situation.
Listen up, everybody.
Well, I don't know if they have to listen up. This is just basically for you and your husband, Terry, who I'm very impressed, noted from it must have been a distance because I didn't see him, Terry.
Well, but it's color. They
Well, I know, but did he look? Was he able to see me or
yes,
no? Or just see my car?
Yeah, he saw you.
He saw me, and I didn't see him.
No.
Now I feel bad that he might have seen me. Might have even stuck the hand up to wave, and I didn't wave back.
Yeah, he's sneaky.
Big
like
time
that.
in the cop.
Oh, way to go, dude.
It wasn't big time in the cup.
What a jerk.
Okay, maybe I'm a jerk, but I didn't big time in the cup. Anyhow, so he noted my tabs were expired. Actually, they've been expired since April. Now here's the story on that. Whoa.
Since April?
Since April, which is a good, 5-6 months now.
Right.
Now here's the deal on
And
that.
you're still rolling.
Well, I'm still rolling. I haven't been pulled over yet. And here's the deal. I sent in a check, as you're supposed to do, last I checked, to the motor vehicles, whatever you call them, Department of Licensing. Yes, people.
Right.
They cashed my check. They had
Continue.
no problem with that.
Right.
And they never sent me tabs.
Whoa!
It's a great way of doing
Are you
business.
sure that maybe they didn't get
Take
lost?
people's money and don't give them the product.
Wow.
But you don't ask him about it?
It's not like
Yeah, didn't you?
It's not like it got lost. I never asked them about it. I said, hey, I paid it. I feel good about that, and they didn't send me tabs. I'm just going to roll around with expired tabs, and I can't wait to explain to the first police officer that pulls me over that I sent them money. They took the money. I have a canceled check or what do you call that when a check is cashed?
Canceled check.
I have proof of that,
Yes.
and they never sent me the tabs.
They'll say, well, we'll write you a ticket anyway, but just go to court.
No, they should never do that.
No,
That's
they
what they
do,
would do.
though.
Well,
That's
that
what they
would-
will
that
do
would
because
be-
you have to prove
Well,
that you did that.
They're just supposed to believe you?
Let me just put it this way. Well, let me just put it this way. I've been rolling around since April, and no one's pulled me over. And if it's a color system, obviously someone's noted that I have the wrong color tabs, and no one's pulled me over.
Well, you're lucky.
So it must show up.
That guy's paid.
I mean,
Actually, it does. He did. He ran your license. He did
Well.
to see what the deal was. Knowing
did he
you,
notice I was wanted in 6 states?
knowing you.
Yes.
And so, but he did notice.
Yes,
and
that-
this
that
was
was-
his message. He said, "Go and tell him that he needs to put on the right tabs because it shows that it's paid."
Oh, so it shows that it's paid.
But he didn't
that's
put 'em on.
See, now I understand why I've never been pulled over. Because every cop notes that, hey, the wrong tabs are on there, and then they check it out. Oh, it's been paid. I'm not pulling them over. I'm not wasting my time. I'm not wasting the time writing a ticket that's just going to be thrown out in court. Smart move by the police officers, Terry.
Well,
So you don't need tabs, basically.
well,
is my-
no, you do.
You just need to
'cause
pay.
can-
You just need to pay.
Well, but you can still. They
The
can
tab
still
system
take
is a
you.
waste of whatever trees and whatever sticky stuff.
Stickers and
Yes,
glue.
because the police officers note correctly that, hey, the wrong tabs are on, but it was paid for, so it's just another blunder by the Department of Licensing, and I'm not going to pull that guy over.
But regardless, they still have to. They can pull you over and say,
They
"Okay,
can.
where are your tabs?"
They can, but
Da-da-da.
police officers are kinder than most people might want to think.
True.
And they don't do that.
Yeah, like my husband.
Yes, well, he was going to pull me over, right? Even if I had tabs
I
that
said
weren't
you-
paid for.
I said you
Because
should have pulled him
he's
over.
in with the T-Man show.
I said you should have snuck up on him and said, "Can
Oh,
I
geez.
see your license and registration?"
Well, he wouldn't have the registration either.
I would have ran for the hills, Terry.
So yeah,
So
that was my message to
Well,
you.
I'm just fascinated how this very fascinating Department of Licensing can cash a check
Yeah.
and then not send the product.
Shame on you.
What are they, Ron Popeil? I don't know. Did I get the name right?
No, you did. I
Oh, okay.
believe. Yeah.
Maybe somebody who didn't want to pay the tab stole it out of your mail.
Ooh.
And the reality is I've never ordered anything from Ron Popeil, so I don't know if he doesn't send you stuff. Is he the guy that does the infomercials overnight?
Ronco? Is that the guy you're talking about?
Yes.
Yes.
I'm sure you get your goods from Ronco. I don't know.
He's a billionaire for some reason.
Mm-hmm. Maybe because he cashes people's checks and does nothing to sell the product.
Yeah.
I think people would figure that out, though, by now.
I mean, I was just amazed that they could cash the check and never give me my tips.
Well,
I'm not going to say anything. I'm not going to work any harder than I have to. That's my story of my life.
so you don't
Don't work any harder than you have to.
It's the American way, man.
Necessary just to walk out there and go, yo, look.
That would take time out of my day, Terry.
Okay.
Be a quick email or something to somebody, probably.
No email is going to be effective in getting my tabs. If I thought all it would take was shoot them an email. No, I would actually
You're not going
have
to go stand in line anyway.
I thought I would, yes. That's probably how I'd have to do it. I'd have to physically go down to the Department of Licensing and say, hey, listen, you cashed my check, you didn't send me my tabs. Then 3 people would have to get together and go, he's right, and give him. And I don't want to do that.
Or they'd say, we probably did send them to you, sir, so what did you do with them?
They did not send them to me.
Well, I know, but I'm saying that's what they would say, and it would be red tape ridiculous.
Unless they didn't, I lost it. But
you thought it was junk mail.
What's the likelihood of that?
Very little.
Okay.
Because I've gotten tabs, I've been in town now a little bit of time, Terry.
Yes, I understand.
We're closing in on a decade if we haven't gotten there.
I know.
And I've done the tab thing.
You have.
And I do it every 6 months with multiple cars. All right? And I've never missed tabs in the mail before. They didn't send them to me.
You just don't want to pay for Sound Transit, do you?
Yeah, it's going to be fixed now, the monorail, because of you.
Yeah.
You're single-handedly financing the viaduct and the
I'll
monorail.
sleep like a baby. Now, there are people on the line saying you don't get the tabs in the mail. You got to go pick them up. What do they know? I've been getting tabs for... Don't tell me about tabs.
No, I get them in the mail.
I understand the tab world.
The tab world, it's all about the tabs.
All right? I didn't just roll into town yesterday, dude. Hello?
Hello?
Everyone's a tab expert now. Yes, sir.
Yes, I'm calling it. Hey, my wife got pulled over for the same thing. She mailed in the check, and they end up not sending us tabs. We got pulled over, and I got a ticket for that. And then I went down there, like, yeah, you got to pick them up now.
You got to pick them up now?
Yeah, you got to pick them up.
So no one's getting their tabs in the mail anymore is what you're saying. It's a Homeland Security thing or something.
It must be.
So wait a minute. Has anyone gotten their tabs in the mail over the past 6 months?
Mine are expired as we speak, so I don't know.
Wow.
I got tabs within the last 6 months.
In the mail?
In the mail.
wow.
You're not going to make him do anything from Carnation.
They probably said to that guy, you have to pick him up in person because he didn't have them.
Right. That's
Well,
probably what.
They better get their act together at the Department of Licensing. Send people their tabs. I mean, I would think if they're good enough at cashing the check, they should be
Exactly.
They should be good enough at sending the tabs, Terry.
They send your license in the mail now.
I mean, I've never seen them.
do?
I've never seen them not cash the check, but send the tabs.
Right, I know.
No.
Oops, we forgot to cash a check. But here's our tabs.
What an oversight. We never cashed your check, sir. I've never seen that one happen.
Never.
But the not sending the tabs, it sounds like it's happened now to me and this guy here.
Yeah.
I feel for you, sir, and he got a ticket anyways, what he's
Yeah,
telling me.
that's what I'm telling you. Did the judge probably dismissed it, correct?
What'd you say?
Did the judge dismiss the ticket?
I can't hear you.
Okay, good.
Did the judge dismiss the ticket once you explained that you had paid for the tabs?
Hell no.
Well, you got to pay
No, I
the
went in there. Hey, I said the tabs were paid for, and they're like, well, you need to follow operations and read down at the bottom and make sure that you get it done. They said it was my responsibility and that I fell short on my responsibility.
It's their responsibility to send you the tabs when you pay for them.
Exactly.
I'm going to have the same argument with the
Yeah,
judge.
you are.
Scream that at him.
See how far that gets you.
Well, all I know is I've gone from April till now with the tabs that I paid for and never got, Terry. So I'm on a roll, baby.
You are. So cruise on. Cruise on.
I'll probably go today.
So when you're doing 90 today, back over 520.
Yeah, but you have that button on your car that covers your license plate.
No, it makes it shoot up when I do something wrong. I've always wanted that invention.
Like, just switch the license plate around.
It's got to be the first person that puts that kind of dilly on their car that as soon as you know you've done some traffic violation, your license plate just rolls up.
Right.
Right. I mean, the duct tape I put on didn't work very well, so I do need the invention.
Yes.
Oh, goodness.
Schwager is holding on the line.
Yeah.
All right, hang in there. Can you hang in there for a couple of minutes?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
I'm on my way to college.
Wow. It's a happy day for Matthew Laura Schwager.
On his way to a new life.
A new world, baby.
the T-Man.
He is Matthew.
Yes.
A W. A Swagger.
I'm going to college.
Hello.
Today is the first day of the rest of his life. Like yesterday wasn't the day before and the day before that. But today has a little bit of significance here, Terry.
Yeah?
High school is over. The swirlies are gone. Being stuffed in a locker is in the past. Today, he turns to a blank page.
Oh, yeah.
Where he can write as he sees fit, Terry.
Wow, I'm motivated now.
Yeah,
So am I.
place
Going to
nobody,
college.
Place nobody in the family's ever been, probably.
Yes. No one knows.
New frontier.
Nobody in that Olympia College knows about what chapters have been written in the past, Terry. Hopefully he won't bump into anyone from high school there.
Right.
But he knows, and he can now write the chapters regardless of what has been written before him. What before this day, Terry.
Yeah.
That's the beauty of college. It's better to go away to college like a few states over, especially if you have a bad reputation like Schwager, at least as far as being lame. But this is the best he could do. This is the best he could do. This is the best he could do.
Right.
Schwager,
Yes.
it's an important day. Make sure you completely change your personality, not just a little alteration. I mean, you gotta go full tilt on the new Matthew Schwager. That means every instinct you have. Forget it. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, I understand what you were saying.
Now tell me the blue shirt, the blue T-shirt is not on.
I can't say that.
You can't say
Oh,
that?
jeez.
Nicely pressed.
You see, Terry,
Yes.
in order to start the new profile, in order to roll with the new personality, you need a change of wardrobe just to give you that new mindset.
I understand
But if he's
that.
wearing the blue T-shirt and the...
Well, I've been a little restricted for money.
But you're working. I thought you were, like, washing dogs and doing
Listen,
some kind of stuff for your old high school.
You wrote
Yeah, how do
me...
you think I was paying for my classes?
You wrote me an email. You asked me for a few $100. I told you to come down here. We find a way
Yes,
out of
but
the
that-
T-Man Dysfunctional Family Trust Fund to make
Hold
it
on.
happen for you, and you never came down.
Yes, because my disaster got averted. My dad helped me out on that.
Your dad came through.
Oh, nice. Whoa.
Well, your dad obviously didn't come through with a new, just one shirt is all we're looking for.
Right.
One new shirt for you, Schwager. Just to at least give you one day where you can just go with this new personality thing.
Well, I can buy a new shirt tomorrow.
All right.
Little print, different color.
In the meantime, pretend that new shirt you're going to buy tomorrow is on you today.
Okay.
But he's got the gray flannel. What does he wear?
He
That
wears the old
blue.
fleece vest.
the
right
fleece.
over
Yeah,
it.
that's what it is. Fleece.
You know, fleece, lightweight, comfortable, yet warm.
He's got the fleece vest and the blue T-shirt as always. Right, Schwager?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a sensible choice.
Well, if you're going to go with one outfit the rest of your life, I might say that's a sensible choice.
Yeah.
I mean, Mork made a bad idea back in the day, Terry.
Yeah, he did.
He's going to go with one outfit. But here we are in 2005, and Schwager's going with a little bit more of a sensible only one outfit.
Right.
But Schwager, it's an important time in your life. I hope you don't underscore how much I mean by this, right?
Well, don't worry. I want to stop buying blue T-shirts soon.
Okay.
Soon.
It's on the radar screen to stop buying
Good.
blue T-shirts. But just overall, Schwager, about today and about your first day of college,
Yeah.
you realize that this is a new time in your life, right?
Yes, it is. I only have 2 classes a day.
Okay. But as far as just you, who you are, how you're gonna approach people, meeting girls, all that stuff.
I mean, he's redefining himself.
Right.
As we speak.
Well, that's
Kind of.
the hope, Terry.
Right.
Yeah, we hope.
We hope he doesn't fall back on the old Schwager ways.
Well, it's going to take time, but...
You don't have time, Schwager. Yes, you're right. It would take time. But unfortunately, time is something you don't have.
Right.
All
Okay,
right?
so my class starts in 2 hours.
Yeah.
I'm on the ferry boat right now.
That's good. First impressions are very, very important. It's not just some shampoo commercial. All right? It's vital.
Okay, I
When you
understand
walk
that.
into your first class, these Olympia College girls are going to decide whether they want to screw you in the first 5 minutes. Wow. 5 minutes!
I'm not sure if I'm ready for that.
He's not ready for that.
No. Well, let's just get the shirt changed.
So do you have your bike on the ferry, or how is that working?
It's in for... I have to get in for repairs.
So,
So is there a shuttle bus, or what?
Oh, jeez.
I'm walking.
The Olympia College shuttle bus, yes. I see it all the time running through my neighborhood.
I wonder how he was getting there.
You're going to get off the ferry, and how far do you have to walk to college?
It's about a 20-minute walk.
Oh, it is.
Oh, man.
Man, I can't remember the last time I had a 20-minute walk in my life.
Okay.
All right.
That's nothing compared to the 45-minute walk to the high school I had every day.
All right, 20-minute walk, and do you have bucks or no?
I'm getting them today.
You getting them today?
Wow, he's going to the big bookstore and.
Mm-hmm. You got money for books?
Yes.
Books are expensive, unfortunately.
I know they are.
All right. Dad came through, though.
Yes.
Wow.
Way to go.
That's good. Good
Way to go,
job.
Dad.
How much did Dad chuck you there?
It's going to be near 500.
He gave you. Well, he hasn't given it to you yet?
He's going to send it later to me
geez.
today. He
boy.
wasn't able to get to the bank yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Because they're closed.
What happened was VA didn't recognize that I'm my dad's son. And so he has to talk to VA about that, but he's going to send me a loan right now, and then once I get the money, then I get from the VA.
VA has recognized that he's his dad's son, but his dad has not recognized in years that he's his son, Terry. So I'm not convinced that this money is going to wind up in Schwager's hands.
Eek.
Yeah, Veterans Affairs is having a few problems.
Okay. But they're coming through at the end of the day here, right?
Yeah, yes, they should.
Okay, literally and figuratively. There you go.
Yeah.
All right.
You gonna get a big OC sweatshirt and everything?
Oh, wow.
I'll just stick with the Wolves. Thank you.
With Rachel Bilson on it?
Oh, Olympic College.
Yeah, I understand, Steve.
Okay.
Anyhow, Schwager.
Yes.
Anything else that needs to be touched on? Oh, just before we let you go, knowing that it's a huge day in your life, I don't feel like I get the sense that he's aware what a big day this is in his life, Terry. And if he's not aware of it, it's just going to be a typical old high school scene for him.
Right.
Move to the next level at community college.
Right.
Olympia College is a community college, right?
Yeah.
Yes,
Olympic.
it is.
Olympic, yeah.
Olympic. What, I keep saying Olympia?
Yeah.
Olympic College. He's no Olympian. But, all right, Olympic College. It's a community college. But, Schwager, I got to get some sense in your tone or something that identifies to me that you recognize what a huge opportunity is at your feet right now.
I am. I'm taking this very seriously.
You are not the Matthew Schwager that you were for the past 18, 19 years. You're the new Matthew Schwager. Now, whatever that means, that's for you to decide. As long as it's nothing like the old Schwager. Are you with me or no?
I understand what you were saying.
He understands, but whether or not
He doesn't have any
can do
capability.
it,
He has no
right.
capabilities of making changes.
No, I
With the
understand.
blue shirt and the fleece vest, doesn't get it.
He is who he is, Terry. And maybe we're the ones who are wrong, and someday it's going to work out in amazing returns for him, Terry. I just don't see it. But
My luck's been improving lately, so anything's
Really?
possible.
Oh, like what?
and how do you determine that that's the case?
Well, I got a lot of good things going for me, and
Haven't gotten beaten up in 2 weeks. How has your luck been changing? Give me a specific example, please.
okay,
Yes.
I had a well-paying job over the summer.
You had the well-paying dog washing job over the summer.
No, working at the high school on the digital cable channel.
Aha. And they paid you regularly.
Yes,
And they paid you decently.
yes,
And you put in good work for them.
yes,
And you had a good relationship overall, good experience for the summer doing that.
yes, and they helped me get a scholarship over at OC.
Wow. Awesome.
And I got that about 4 days ago.
Yeah. I would like to hear, after he says my luck is changing, I mean, that sounds great, the scholarship, blah, blah, blah. I would rather him at least just
nice.
tell me, some girl over the summer gave me her number.
Wow, that would be really cool.
That would be bigger to me than
Yeah.
this scholarship stuff.
Well, he needs that.
I mean,
No, I just go to the corner deli where I know the girls that work there.
really? So, okay, so you have something going on with the girls at the corner deli is what you're telling me.
Hey,
Yeah.
hey.
What's going on between you and the girls at the corner deli?
Little flirting?
They ask you if you looking, what, if they can serve you the big pickle in the middle? What's going on? I don't know. Maybe that's your line. Yeah.
It should be.
Yeah, I'm getting confused here, Charlie.
I get some free food sometimes.
They give you free food.
Oh, so they like you like that,
So
huh?
do you get a sense when they're giving you free food, it's because they kind of have something they're feeling going on and they're little VJs for you, or what?
And I think it's more of a friend thing.
Well, but you have to remember, I mean, would Matthew really know if somebody
I
was
don't know.
flirting with him?
Are they
or
risking
anything
their
like that?
jobs by giving you free food? Would they-
No, not really.
They're talking to him, though. That's established.
Yeah.
Does their dad like own the joint, and that's why they're not risking anything by giving you free food, or what?
No.
Well, I would think if they're giving you free food, it's got to be some kind of risk to them, no? I don't know. Delis just hand out free food, Terry.
Yeah, if they did.
Well, actually, I come to the deli every day, so.
Yeah,
they all like me, even the older ladies.
They're older ladies.
No,
The youngest one is 65.
Hold on, there's some girls there that are about 2 years older than me, and the older ladies are like in their late 30s.
Let's focus on the younger ones.
Yeah.
Are they giving you free food?
Yeah.
They are.
Yeah.
So they're like 20, 21.
Yeah.
Are they good looking or no?
I'm not sure if they would be anywhere on your scale, but they're
They wouldn't be anywhere on my scale.
Well, but
are they good to you? Yeah.
But to you, are they attractive?
Yes.
Oh.
Hey.
Yes.
So there's something
Like a cyborg.
So there's something going on there, Swagger.
Yeah.
So it wasn't just a complete waste of a summer. You got something going on with the deli girls.
Yeah, nice job.
Yeah, but they all have boyfriends.
Well, they don't slice the beef tongue like you do.
Oh, man. Beef tongue.
I don't know. Right? They don't roll the pastrami like the swag man.
Oh, give me the salami.
Right?
I'm not sure about that one.
They aren't able to bring those girls the peppercorn salami like the swag man.
Not the peppercorn.
Oh, Terry, I'm breaking out the peppercorn, baby.
Well, I'm sure they don't just give free food to anyone, Swagger.
Yeah, so there's something going on there, but
Yes.
Swagger's the last to know.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah, well, I only usually order a grilled cheese sandwich, though.
But still,
Hey, that's 2 pieces of bread and cheese last I
That's
checked.
right.
That doesn't grow on trees last I checked. So it's the closest thing to it.
dairy products are pretty expensive these days.
All right. Don't underestimate what this means, Swagger.
They haven't hid the salami or anything.
Most guys would think, oh, free grilled cheese sandwich, she wants me so bad.
Right, they would.
I'll take her down by Friday.
Yeah.
Yeah, most guys like pre-ketchup packet there. She wants me so bad.
But not the swag man. He's not sure of what's going on here, Terry.
Wow, little flirtation, and he doesn't even get it.
When's the next time you go to the deli, swag man?
It's probably going to be tomorrow.
All right, maybe I'll go with you.
Oh, sure.
Find out what the hell's going on in that deli, Terry.
I want to see you go all the way
Yeah.
there. See if we can get one of the girls' numbers.
I have to get off the ferry here, so.
I'll go in, find out the deal, report back to you.
All right.
Got my lines all ready to go to these girls. Want to make sure you're stocked up on knockwurst, honey. I don't even know what that means. I don't know what any of this means. Anyway, Swagman.
Yeah.
Okay, so, hey, maybe your luck is changing. Maybe you have proven to us that that's the case, all right?
Yeah.
So we'll just roll with it, baby. Keep it going.
Good luck.
All right?
Yes.
Enjoy that first day of college.
I will.
All right.
Have fun.
Bye.
There you go. It's hopeless, Terry.
Well,
It's a damn shame.
we're trying.
Girls in the deli say, the guy still hasn't changed his shirt. Let's give him a free grilled cheese.
He must be homeless.
Yes.
Well, it's costing just a little bit less to drive your car these days. Gas prices are continuing to slowly come down. The average for a gallon of gas nationwide.
I don't know. My gas station up where I fill up, Terry, hasn't budged.
Really?
No. They are still chucking $20 to $25 for premium, baby.
Wow.
The gas prices, if they need to shoot up, they'll go quick.
I'm sure they will.
But as I told you last week, Terry, on the way down, man,
Let me take my time.
we're not ready to lower these prices yet.
Yeah.
It's
Don't
down
need to.
$2.88. That's down 3 cents for this weekend. In Washington, we're paying $2.91 a gallon. That's down a penny for the weekend. But we're still paying almost $1 more than we were paying last year at this time.
$1 more a gallon.
Really? Wow.
Pretty significant.
Yeah, it is.
Hey, the times they are changing. I don't know. I needed something to finalize this whole thing.
It's time for a motorcycle.
Look before you leap? I don't know. Anyhow.
Work from home. Ride a
There you
bike.
Okay.
Home office. The way to go for the new millennium.
There you go.
Mm-hmm.
You got the internet. You don't need to leave the house.
Of course not.
We can all do this show from our beds.
We could. Then we wouldn't be able to get together and enjoy each other's sparkling faces.
and
Steven,
bond.
we don't obviously enjoy your sparkling face because you're banished to your own little studio up there.
That's a good point.
You happy up there?
I have nobody to sparkle with.
Wow.
Oh,
I mean, someone must pass by on occasion up there, right?
Yeah, but I have to turn around real quick to see them.
So they
walk briskly.
They make you face the wall when you do the show in your little studio there. I see. So in order to face the open window, you'd have to turn around. Can you give us another idea of what it sounds like when you turn around?
I could be like this.
Wow.
I could.
Terry sounds completely different.
I could pray for the chance of somebody walking by.
Is anyone walking by right now?
No.
Oh. Should I send Pasty to walk by?
It'd be neat. I mean, you know.
He's got a very cute outfit on. So.
Wow. Pasty does?
He's looking himself over like, what the hell? What am I wearing?
It's the same stuff I wear every day. Collared shirt and all.
Oh, Pasty, you know it's cute. Come on.
I didn't notice much of a difference, but thank you.
No, it's no
Him
difference.
and Matthew Swigger are the same thing every day.
Pasty did get the new style American haircut that we like.
Oh, that's right.
Fancy new haircut.
Get up, trim there, Pasty.
Well, it was about time.
All right, whatever.
Part of here, coming over.
Yes. What else is going on in this world, Terry, of ours?
Oh, Portia de Rossi is in the news.
Portia de Rossi. Why does that name sound familiar?
She is Ellen DeGeneres' little girlfriend.
Oh,
Hot
wow,
girlfriend,
of course.
by the way.
Can't believe I didn't nail that one.
And
like
she is
Ellen does.
She's also
Ellen DeGeneres was hosting the Primetime Emmy Awards last night, Terry.
Yeah,
I put it on for 10 minutes. I nearly died of boredom.
Really?
And I turned into something else.
Oh.
I thought the Primetime Emmys to be something, like, interesting, but I could tell in the first 10 minutes of watching that it was just a nightmare.
I can confirm, after 3 hours, nothing interesting.
You watched 3 hours of that crap?
No, of course not. Yes, I did.
Jeez. All I know is I watched them in the 10 minutes give away one award. 4 of the nominees were like people from Will and Grace, and the other one was from something about Raymond. What was the name of that show? Everybody Loves Raymond, which I never have. I've watched maybe one episode of that, realized that was completely unfunny to me, that show. I don't know how it's done so well. It must do well with like middle-aged ladies.
Yeah.
It is not funny. I never found it funny.
It's the most popular unfunny show ever.
The most popular unfunny show ever.
Well, they claim it's the end of the sitcom now that that's gone.
Yeah.
Whatever. Well, then that's a good thing.
Yeah, good riddance.
But Ellen, she herself wasn't boring, or just the show itself?
I don't know. I didn't maybe watch it long enough to see if Ellen was a good host.
She was not that funny.
Oh.
I didn't
She
see
had her moments, but...
Of course she had her moments. I mean, she's a lesbian. But I didn't find any thing
with the Emmys
that kept me to watch the Emmys.
All right. Well, I didn't watch it.
I don't need to see a big love fest for everyone loves Stupid Raymond and Will and Stupid Grace, which is way past its time.
Okay.
Pack it in, too.
Oh, no.
Oh, yeah.
Well, anyway.
And while you're at it, I think the King of Queens with you.
Whoa,
oh, come on. I like that.
You still like that, Jeff?
I'm in. Just because it reminds me of me.
Well, okay, I can understand that. And the wife just getting annoying now.
Yeah.
Okay.
She has changed a little bit. And it's really fake that he would be with someone that hot.
I mean, there's nothing on network TV. It's all about cable, baby. Well, now that they're moving South Park to UPN, maybe there's something worth watching on your standard networks, if you consider UPN a network.
Yeah.
I don't think UPN considers themselves a network, but still.
And that's all that matters to them.
It's all about cable!
Anyway.
What's on the Frankie Danky channel?
Can I tell you about Portia?
All right, whatever. What happened to Portia? Yeah.
Well, anyway, she's talking about how in high school...
Adam and Eve, Spice, Playboy!
Wow.
She used to have little lesbian encounters with her straight girlfriends by getting them totally wasted and then convincing them to have...
That's what all the high school boys do, Terry.
No, girls.
Well, I know, but that's what all the high school boys do with the high school girls, so she's one of the guys.
I guess so.
There you go. Portia de Rossi.
She went ahead and married one of the guys, Ellen DeGeneres.
she did. Together forever.
There you go.
Cheated on one another.
Okay. It's very exciting. Yes. Who's on the hotline? Is that who I think it is? Let's check in.
Oh, really?
He was born in the bayou.
Eating a ham sandwich.
With a golden spoon. With golden teeth.
I think romantic is just sitting down and what a like this.
He's a guy looking for Miss Do-Right. And in the meantime, f***ing everybody inside.
Yeah.
He's high on life. And probably something else, too. And now, the most romantic man in the land.
Just chilling.
He's the ham sandwich guy.
I say, whoa, now, whoa, now, whoa, now.
Yes. Got it. Sure. Terry, obviously is calling so early this morning to give us a full report on the Primetime Emmy Awards that he watched from beginning to end. I can't think of any other reason why he's calling earlier than he usually would, but good morning, a ham, a sandwich, a man.
Now, everybody. Good morning. It's a Blue Monday, and I'm hoping everybody out there on the highway driving safe, using your blinkers. And your blinkers.
And your blinkers, yeah.
Just doing what you got to do.
If you're using your blinker, you could be pulled over, so be careful.
And as far as my people that's riding that metro, just go ahead on and pay your fare and get where you got to go this morning.
Mm-hmm. Now, why are you so rised and shined on a Monday morning before a typical call from Hammy would be coming into the station? What's up with you?
Well, T-Man, I guess when you up early in the morning on a blue Monday.
Yes, a Blue Monday.
And you know you done got that boom bam thank you, ma'am.
So it's a blue ball Monday is what you're saying.
Exactly.
So because it's a blue ball Monday, Terry, as a man would know, and I know you can vouch for this, it's tough to sleep with blue balls, and the ham sandwich man was tossing and turning all night, so he's out early this morning to see if he could find the remedy. Oh, yes, the remedy for blue balls.
Blue balls. I'm out here in the East Lake area, not too close from around y'all, but I'm out here this morning with my female friend, you did?
So you got a companion, you got a wing woman, if you will, this morning. Is that what I'm hearing?
Well, she was the driver to get me to this location.
Well, doesn't she know of your situation? I mean, isn't she capable of relieving this plague that has stricken you over the past weekend or further back than that?
Well, man, she has been the strength to the ham bone over the weekend.
Oh, she has? So you got some ham sandwich action over the weekend?
Well, that's what the boom bam thinking, man, is all about.
Well, then why are you letting me go off on this diatribe on how you have blue balls this morning?
No, I never said blue balls.
Oh!
I said it's a blue
Well,
Monday.
It must be me then.
You got blue balls?
I said it's a full moon and it's a blue Monday.
Okay. So I just took it to levels that it wasn't apparently the case to go to.
Yeah, I thought he confirmed it.
You took it to level 10 and I was still on level 5 this morning.
I see. All right, well, I didn't mean to imply that you should be at level 10. All right, so then I'm still confused as to why, if you got sexed up this weekend by this woman who's driving you, and obviously that's the case, that's why he's so giggly, Terry. If you got sexed up like the ham sandwich man needs on your typical weekend by this driver of yours, then why are you up so early?
Because she got to.
You going to work?
Yeah, she got to make it into work this morning. You know what I'm saying? I got to continue my day like the soldier I am.
Okay.
Work is pretty funny. Work.
So she's going to drop herself off at work, and you're just going to take it to the streets near her office and hang out.
Well, you know that's how I get down. She's talking about that. She want me to give her some of that Starbucks this morning. And you
extra tall.
And you know if I got to give a woman any type of Starbucks, it's coming hot and ready.
I see, yes.
Any whipped cream?
Wow.
Oh, don't worry about the cream, Terry, to the free. That cream is always there.
They'll throw in a chocolate stick for you, Terry, if you're not watching us.
Oh, big biscotti.
That explosive cream.
Oh, jeez. Okay, easy now. I don't know why I'm still confused by this, and I'm still trying to find out answers when there's really no answers to be had. All right, never mind. Hammy.
Whoa, now.
We haven't checked in on the latest on your family. Everyone doing okay down on the Gulf Coast? Everyone seemed to be getting their lives back together, or is that safe to imply, or what?
Well, all I can say is after them people have been going through a critical conditions down there, I'm thinking that everything is getting back straight down there, back the way Louisiana, it basically is.
Yes, back to sinking into the ocean and everyone loving every second of it. There you go.
Well, actually, the bayou is straight. You know what I'm saying? The people that stay on the outskirts on the bayou, all of that they're straight. But as far as the New Orleans residents, I guess it's going to take a little bit more time for the Crescent City to get back to where it was.
Okay. All right. Well, continue your journey.
Oh,
have fun on your commute to work. And how do you anticipate this day going for you, Hammy? What do you foresee happening today?
the usual. You know, I'm standing at 6 foot tall this morning. Like I say, I'm about to get on the journey and see if I can locate me any type of bus down for the day.
I'm shocked you didn't grow 6 inches over the weekend. Hammy.
Whoa, now.
Again, you're gonna try to like jump on a bus? Is that what I heard?
Well, actually, I'm walking. Actually, I have to see the judge this morning. Late this evening. It won't be hammer time late this evening, but it will be judge time.
Now, he's saying that all casually, Terry, but the last time he said that, we had a ham sandwich release party 4 months later.
I know.
It won't be that critical to me,
Okay,
man.
I'm glad to hear that. All right, so we got judge on the agenda today, and up till the judge, we're just going to hang out. Starbucks.
And just trying to locate me some fine, sexy bus downs for the day.
Wow. Now, I'm amazed, Terry, that woman who's driving him, who's the same woman who sexed up the ham sandwich man over the weekend, is just going to sit back and listen to that when she should be reserving the ham sandwich talking stick all to herself.
Well, actually, she is listening right now, so I'm just going to classify her to be Miss Boom Bam. Thank you, ma'am.
Well, but it doesn't, first of all, it doesn't bother her that first off you've nicknamed her Bam Tham Slam Thank You Ma'am woman, and it doesn't bother her that you're talking about trying to find some other action during the course of this day. It doesn't either way, it doesn't bother her.
Well, let me see. Does that bother you, Miss Lady?
Oh, she's there.
Huh?
Just taunting her now.
I
need a relationship like this.
I don't think it bothered her, man.
She knows what she's getting into when she gets with the hammy.
She is from New Orleans, and
really?
She is pretty grown, and she said, she really don't,
She's a grown, mature woman, and she handles the situation like a grown, mature woman should.
Well, from one Louisiana to another Louisiana person, is like it runs in culture the way we be getting down like
Unlike
that,
a lot of women being in denial when their men are out of their sight during the course of the day hitting on other women, she knows it's happening, Terry, and she is fine with it.
Well, it's all about how you carry yourself also, you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
I carry myself to where I never had a woman fussing over me. I never had no fights or none of that. I never had a woman stressing out over me. I don't give them those type of things so they can get off into those type of arrogant scenarios.
I love it. It's all about the personality profile you've established in your life.
True.
Yeah, but that been me since way back. I'm just starting to get a hang of this shit.
Emmy, you're an inspiration to us all, man.
Well, I guess
I want to be you when I grow up.
See, man, you already grown up.
Oh, that's a damn shame. All right. If that's the case, that's news to me, but hey, he may be right. I'm not sure. Hammy, have a great ham sandwich day.
And I'm going to holler at y'all good folks tomorrow.
There it is.
All right.
The ham sandwich man is on the loose again this morning, heading to a town near you where he just may bust you down. His girlfriend will giggle all the way through.
Watch out for that.
Why am I so damn jealous?
The T-Man.
Check this out.
Actress Tori Spelling of 90210 fame is splitting from her husband after a year of marriage.
Wow.
People magazine reporting they have been living apart since the beginning of August.
Beginning of August, Terry. Tori Spelling married a year. You remember the size of her wedding?
It was huge.
It was at her little daddy's house.
Little daddy's house.
Her little daddy has a couple of bucks put away in the piggy bank there last I checked.
Yeah, I think so.
And she had a wedding that obviously was well over $1 million.
Oh,
just flowers.
Yeah. It was huge.
And she was, wasn't she, correct me if I'm wrong, bragging at the wedding or like right before the wedding of how this one is so perfect because she's not marrying one of these Hollywood stars. She's marrying someone who may have his foot in the business but really isn't in the business. So it's the perfect relationship and marriage for her to last a lifetime.
Right.
Well, a year later, didn't make it. Couldn't swing it. Couldn't swing it.
Take a pass.
Now, obviously, this news comes right on the heels of the bigger news that we haven't gotten to yet this morning that I'm not prepared to get to right now. However, obviously, we all know about the little split between little Kenny Chesney and his deranged wife, Renee Zellweger, Terry. They were married just long enough that they can still not call it a divorce and get it annulled.
Yeah, that's true.
Because if you have the choice, you'd rather get it annulled so you don't have to go around the rest of your life talking about how many divorces you've had.
Yeah.
I really wasn't married.
No, it wasn't really a marriage. We got it annulled.
Right.
Now, there's speculation as to why their marriage only lasted 4 months.
Speculation only.
Oh,
Yeah,
it's
just speculation.
Speculation only. I wouldn't want anyone to think it's fact based on what we speculate, so I won't even bring it up, Terry. I'm not even going to talk about it.
Okay.
This speculation I don't want to get into here. Oh, jeez.
It's always him. There's no chance she's gay.
Wow. Oh, so you're turning the tables on her, and you're trying to take the focus off your little friend, little Kenny Chesney there, Stephen?
I am, yes.
Well, the speculation before they got married was that your little hero there, little Kenny Chesney, Stephen, was not a heterosexual.
Right.
And now, 4 months later, after they said I do,
Yeah.
she's getting it annulled, and I think
She's the one who filed.
I'm glad I told you I wouldn't talk about the story.
Right.
She filed, and I think the ground she's filing on, as far as why she's having this marriage annulled, is fraud.
Yes. It is.
That he defrauded her. Now,
Well.
I don't think she's saying he defrauded her by not living up to the fact that he has a good enough voice.
Right.
He didn't.
He claimed he was a great singer.
He
and
said he
he's
was a
not.
country star, and obviously he's not.
Right.
I don't think that's it.
No.
I think he might have been banging the bellhop man on the honeymoon there, Stephen.
Really?
I don't know.
On the beach.
Terry has it on a beach. Wow. She's
Well, yeah,
so
married
she's so
on the
romantic. Terry knows where to take the bellhop.
That's right.
Barefoot on the beach.
Yeah.
Well, we'll get into this later.
Okay.
So much to cover.
Oh, I know.
So many soulmates splitting up, and I can't figure out why. Stephen, would it change your opinion on the overwhelming appreciation as a fan you have for Kenny Chesney if it turns out he's gay?
Well, I mean, if he still puts out good music
Oh,
and
yeah.
all of that.
Whatever.
Puts out.
He said puts out.
Yeah, he did.
Although it would be disappointing that he had to do this to try and cover
yes.
it up.
Stephen, you're pretty right-wing last I checked. You're pretty conservative. You're pretty strong Republican ties there. And last I checked, your little family of folks there don't appreciate the queers of the community.
Whoa.
As you may call them.
As I may call them?
Well,
I don't think I've ever used those terms, but...
not out loud.
It is a little
I
head.
mean, we use them at our meetings, but other than that...
Right.
That's what I do in Seattle. We're polite racists here. You say it behind your back.
So it wouldn't. That's a good thing then. If that's the truth, that it wouldn't change at all your perspective on how big a fan you are, because I can't understand. He's a country music fan. This Kilbreath. It wouldn't change at all your opinion and how much of a fan, large or small, you are of him. It wouldn't affect that at all. That's terrific.
I would like to think that it wouldn't.
Oh, jeez.
You
I
would
mean,
like to
he
think
keeps-
it wouldn't.
He's not committing himself.
No.
At all, obviously.
Right.
It's hard to sell the song, She Thinks My Tractor Sexy, when he really wants to say he thinks my tractor sexy, so...
But obviously, Kenny Chesney, little Kenny Chesney, Terry, is aware that some of his fans may jump ship
Yeah.
if they find out that he's gay, that he made a marriage that he was just grossed out by, obviously, with Renee Zellweger happen.
Right.
He's like, R. Kelly can pee on people and you still buy his records.
That's right.
I'm just gay, that's it.
That's what heterosexuals do, baby, with 14-year-old girls.
Yeah, they get her done.
Yeah! That's what your Kenny Chesney should be doing. Tell him to whip out his schlong and pee on a 14-year-old. Tell me he doesn't like it.
Number one album in the country.
Think of all
Not
the
a boy,
think of
but
all the
a girl.
songs he can come out with after that little experience. Wow. But why all of a sudden did Tori Spelling and this dude not make it past a year? Anyone find out the scoop on that?
Well, I had heard.
Banging the bellhop, Terry?
No.
You took a look at her boob job.
About what? They've been separated for a little bit
Since
of time.
August,
Since
yes.
August. But I had heard that she had recently done like some kind of like movie or TV show, and she may have had a little fling with one of her co-stars. Now that's
She?
a rumor. Yes.
Well, it's pretty odd.
So. And then hubby found out about it or whatever.
The same woman who just like less than a year ago, whatever, at her wedding was talking about how it's the perfect marriage that the world has ever seen because she's too smart to get involved with a real big star. I remember her saying that, Terry. That this marriage was going to last a lifetime because she didn't fall into the trap of being a star, which she's not, and marrying another star.
Right.
She, in her mind, was a star who's marrying some guy who's barely in showbiz.
Right. He was like a writer or something. Not really, yeah.
Yeah, he's like some writer.
Yeah.
Writers.
So.
Anyhow.
Yeah, so.
Now she's got to go tell Pops. Sorry about that, Dad.
Yeah. Oops.
Yeah, maybe you can cancel the check there.
But I'm sure that her dad is very accustomed to her little screw-ups. I mean, she's had a few.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Like shows and just projects themselves, I'm
that
sure.
She's just been a disaster in?
Yeah, she's just kind of a disaster herself.
Sucking money out of the family fund left and right.
Ah, it's a damn shame. So you heard somewhere that she did some kind of TV movie? Or
either a TV movie
or straight-to-video kind of deal?
Something like that. She just recently starred in something.
And she violated her vows by getting all freaky with somebody on the set?
Yeah, the other star, co-star of hers, supposedly. Of course, this is all rumor and speculation.
Okay, whatever.
I think I saw it in the Inquirer or something.
Really?
Yeah.
Good for you. Keep it up to date on what the Inquirer's putting out there.
Right.
Okay.
So.
Marriage is falling apart left and right, Stephen.
Not good.
Thank you.
Well, what do you expect in Hollywood, though?
Okay.
I think this was predicted, though, with Renee and the other guy.
Little Kenny?
Yeah.
Doesn't want even to say his name anymore.
He's through.
Yes.
He's going to be Big Kenny now.
Big Kenny.
In some circles, yes. What else is going on, Terry?
Well, you brought up R. Kelly briefly, by the way, about, with Kenny Chesney and all that. Apparently, his wife has filed an emergency protection order against him.
Now, how does that differ from a restraining order?
It's probably pretty much the same thing, but it's an emergency, so they issue it like right then and there. Yeah. It's not like you go and you wait a week or whatever.
It's like pulling a fire alarm. You get it that quick.
Yes.
You get the results that quickly.
I guess so.
Come on. You know how quick the results are of pulling a fire alarm, Terry?
I understand.
It's like this. Watch. See what I just did? Yes, thank you. I don't know any judge that works that fast.
So she's claiming that he has been physically abusing her. So.
I heard differently. I heard that she got this emergency protection order simply because he said the words, "I gotta pee."
Oh, man.
Then she said, "Find me a judge, quick!" Wow.
So.
An emergency protection order.
Yes. So
when your wife has to go out and get one of those, doesn't bode well for the marriage, is what you're saying, Terry?
I would say not. But then again, like you guys pointed out, he's peeing on 14-year-olds and selling millions of records. So the wife beating.
Now, you've gotten, Terry, and you've been very open and candid with this, and I appreciate that, whatever. You have gotten a restraining order in your past.
And it was an emergency.
It was an emergency?
Yeah.
Really?
They filed
I was gonna say it wasn't emergency protection. I didn't know it was an emergency.
It was. It was like, oh, he beat you down? Okay, here, let me have the judge sign this.
Wow.
Yeah.
So you walk in with a black eye, and you get an emergency protection order.
That day, and then you go to court, and they tell you how long it has to be.
What if you get as soon as they give you the papers?
5 years.
What if they give you as soon as they sign the paper saying yes, you're entitled to an emergency protection order, and then you peel off the black eye and it was just makeup? Do they chase after you as you run out of the courthouse?
I don't know because I couldn't peel anything off.
Oh, I see. Yours was real.
Yeah,
the real deal.
Right.
Because makeup these days, Terry.
It's amazing.
You can't tell the difference.
I understand. So, yep.
Tool with my makeup all the time, Terry. Huh? Oh, jeez. Anyhow.
Yeah, with the lights, we'll see.
All right, so it's not much different than a restraining order.
Well,
I would think most restraining orders are an emergency kind of deal.
Well, they're not.
Pretty serious.
I need a restraining order, but if you can give it to me sometime in the fall, that'd be fine.
Usually,
sometime in 06, if you can mail me that restraining order, that'd be great. Why aren't all restraining orders an emergency?
Well, some are like a life or death situation if they feel that your life is at danger and to death. And then you have ones that are like, okay,
who knows what the end result is going to be? If you're in need of a restraining order, obviously it's pretty much up for grabs as to how serious it could ultimately get. But you obviously need one, so I consider them all emergencies. So don't try to make R. Kelly look worse than the average scary guy out there by saying his wife needed an emergency restraining order.
Well, like I said, it's not going to change anybody's view on him. It's probably going to make him look like more of a man. Oh, good, he beats wives. Not only that, but he also pees on 14-year-olds.
It may change some people's view, Terry. I mean, there's something loving about peeing on a woman that may not be found in the same person's mind as striking a woman, Terry.
Yeah, but on a woman, but a 14-year-old is not a woman.
Well, I mean, that was never really proven.
Right.
Yeah, because it's not for you, Terry, you shouldn't judge.
Yes. She looked young. I think she was young, but they never really established her actual age, Terry.
Okay.
She may have been 64 for all we know.
Sure. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Whatever happens, I'll always believe he can fly.
Yes. And I'll always believe that he can touch the sky. Wow. Because I think about it night and day.
Man.
Yes. Now, if only I could spread those wings, Terry. Oh, jeez. Whatever. Let Kenny Chesney come up with better lyrics than that.
Yeah. T-Man.
Check this out, it's your folks, Trillville. And you already know Global was off the chain.
Yeah, on shoulder.
Yeah.
Global's hot. I love it.
That was unbelievable. There were so many cars there.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Oh, the Escalades and the Navigators and the BMWs and the Mercedes.
The rims are like, bam. I like how all the loud music and all the cars, all the hot guys, they're so hot.
Thanks for making Cube 93's global import and domestic car show the hottest event of the year.
I was tight. Cube 93.
Cube 93.
The world of plastic surgery is about to hit a new level of extreme. A Cleveland doctor is looking for 5 men and 7 women to undergo an entire face transplant that no other doctor has ever tried. The doctor hopes to take people disfigured.
Terry, I thought when I saw the movie in 1997, Face Off, that it was a crazy, outlandish idea of a story kind of thing.
I know.
And now here we are, and I'm getting on the waiting list for John Travolta's face. It's happening.
Wow, that is crazy.
Face transplants. They need 5 men and 7 women. I don't know how that math comes out, but that's what they need.
Is looking for 5 men and 7 women to undergo an entire face transplant.
Yeah, I guarantee you I'm going to screw up one of the women's surgeries, so I need an extra woman's face.
Just in case.
No other doctor has ever tried.
Oh, well.
The doctor hopes to take people disfigured by burns and other tragedies and give them a whole new life. But critics say...
Whatever, he just wants to get laid.
Oh, wow.
He wants a better face.
Okay.
This operation is too risky for something that is not life or death.
Wow. Steven, you going to give yourself a face transplant or what?
Even so, it may be a little too risky.
Oh,
probably not, no.
No?
Happy with my face.
Really? Well, that makes one of us.
Wow.
I mean, that makes 2 of us. What was I saying? Wow. So you're not at all interested whatsoever. You are Stephen Kilbreth, and this is the face that belongs to you.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
The good, the bad, the ugly.
Even though you have to, like, spend hours in front of a mirror just so you can take a decent picture?
Even so, yes.
Practicing the smile that you've obviously perfected so the triple chin Lindy deal doesn't come out to play?
Even so, yes. I mean, but just, shaving a few, inches off your chin is different than a whole face transplant. That I could do.
But then you got the whole thing of, like, having to, like, shave up to your eyeballs working against you. There's a couple of quirks on your face, perhaps, and I thought maybe if you could be on a list for someone else's face, you wouldn't have to worry about it anymore. Now that face transplants are becoming the thing.
Maybe I could get your beautiful face.
Oh!
Wow.
Here it comes.
Well, it'll be available because I'm giving mine up in a second, Terry.
In a heartbeat.
Are you kidding?
Oh,
I'm already emailing this doctor in Cleveland.
Tell me one of your volunteers. Hurry.
Sign me up. Face transplants. I love it.
You'll even take the extra woman's face. It doesn't matter.
Wow. Oh, I'll be big time, baby.
I don't have to do radio anymore.
Yes.
I'm going to be an actor.
Could be on TV.
Goodness.
Wow. You ready for the face transplant world, Terry?
I don't know. It's a little scary there.
Walk up to a coworker. Who are you? You new? No, it's me. It's me.
Oh, sure.
It's Teresa. Come on, Terry. Don't you love my new face?
Right.
But you had a new one last week. Yeah, I didn't like it. Didn't work out for me. Never know where this is going to lead, Terry.
I know.
It's the tip of the iceberg, yes. But, hey, a few years from now, every mood you have, you get a new face. I'm in a bad mood today. I'm going to put on this one.
Right.
Just leave well enough alone.
Oh, jeez. Well, it depends on your definition of well enough there, kid.
Don't mess with Mother Nature. Is that it, Stephen?
Face transplants.
Mm-hmm.
It's the way of the future, Terry.
God, that is scary.
Hey, there's a lot of, you say it's scary, but I can think of a lot of positives here, Terry.
Sure, I'm sure you could.
You screw someone on a Friday night, she's calling you already, you don't want her to see you in the club next weekend. I'm going to go with this face.
New face.
There you go.
If it's that easy, if you could do it like within 10 minutes, that's great.
Well, I'm not saying tomorrow it's going to be that easy. But 100 years from now, they're going to have that luxury, baby.
What do you do for Halloween then? I mean, all masks.
And then Grandpa's going to tell the story. Well, we only had one face to go with. What? How'd you get around all the things you do bad?
Right.
Well, we had to live like that.
Bartels need to clear out some shelves for the face aisle.
Mm-hmm. Well, now that they don't have Sudafed on there anymore. They got room. I'm telling you, I can feel it.
Half-price face sale.
It's the way of the future, Terry. Oh, you wait for those doors to open up at Target on that big Christmas sale.
Oh yeah.
We're going to be killing each other for the best face.
Oh, I got stuck with Phyllis Diller.
Oh,
come on.
Phyllis Diller, an upgrade from a lot of women I've been with.
Wow.
In the past, Terry, in the past.
Sure.
Yeah. Yes. I love it. I'm telling you, it's the way of the future.
I'm sure it is. Sure.
It's going to be like your shoe rack at home, Terry.
Oh, let me slip on this pair.
100 years from now, yeah.
You're
How many
right.
faces do you have in your closet to put on, put off?
You're probably right, though. That is kind of...
No, I'm way off. Anyway.
It'll be like Velcro. You stick it right on there.
Never know. You never know. I mean, 100 years ago, could they have pictured our world of computers and fast cars and faster women?
Oh, yeah.
No, they never could. You never know. That's all I'm saying.
True.
All right.
But they're making the steps in that direction.
There's already strides being made. 5 men, 7 women. Do I have any volunteers? Okay, let's move on. What else is going on in the world, Terry?
Well, there was a scary moment for a woman in Jacksonville, Florida. She is claiming that she was attacked. No.
Oh, she has a transplant.
She actually goes by the name of Susan. That's all. That's the only name she's been given.
Okay.
But she claims that she was attacked by the cable guy.
Belgies!
When
I'm surprised this doesn't happen more often, Terry. These cable guys coming in with their tool stupid belts and having access to a person's home with no one else around.
True.
The 4 walls, pretty much guarding everything that's going on in that joint. This dude, what, did he attack this woman?
apparently, after he installed the broadband service in her apartment,
Well, at least he did the job, Terry.
Yeah, he did.
Right.
She claims that he fondled her, exposed himself,
Gave her a little extra broadband.
He was just showing her how it worked.
and then
Now let me give you the DS.
wow. And the only reason that he stopped was he got another work call.
Well,
somewhere else.
it's good he's committed to the job, Terry.
I guess so.
I have to go fondle this woman at 1 o'clock. I got to get out of here.
Right. She got bigger boobs than you, so I'm out. I thought she had canceled, but apparently not.
Apparently, he stayed for about 1.5 hours, then got up to leave, and at that time...
So what
That's
happened?
when
Did he rape this woman, Terry?
No, he did not rape her.
He
But
didn't.
he fondled her and
I was
exposed himself
fascinated
to
by
her.
that word. What is? I just picture a guy going
Well,
to her-
maybe so.
to her nipples or something.
Well,
What is fondle?
that's
I mean,
fondling, I guess.
I mean, at some point you either got to stop fondling, or hopefully this doesn't happen. But at some point you either got to go for all out rape or get the hell out of there, right? I mean, how long can you fondle?
This is what she claimed.
An hour and a half of that?
She's like, okay, just 10 more minutes.
You get tired of making that noise, too, for a whole hour and a half.
You can't make that noise for an hour and a half. So how did he fondle her for an hour and a half?
Well, no, I said he stayed for an hour and a half putting in the broadband and doing his
he
cable
put in the
stuff,
service,
right?
yeah.
Doing all that, and then she said that when he got up to leave is when the attack occurred.
The attack, where he fondled her.
Yeah, she
But
said
there was no
rape or anything.
unwanted penetration,
No,
rape
not
kind of
rape.
situation. He just
but
fondled.
still unwanted fondling and,
Yes.
exposing of himself.
Oh, geez, he did that too?
Yes. She said that the man threw her up against the wall, knocking her phone to the ground and breaking it. She said he held her by the arms and fondled her breast, then pulled down his pants and exposed himself.
Wow. No, I hate to have to do this, Terry, but you almost have to blame the porn world because I've seen many a cable guy get plenty of action, and maybe this guy just thought it was part of the job.
Oh, that's right. The cable guy with no underwear, right?
Yeah, well, Terry, I can't believe that we've watched the same movies, Terry, because lo and behold, you're right. The guy never has underwear on.
You whip it out and the woman's mesmerized.
How many pornos does the cable guy get lucky?
Plenty.
How can you have any different expectations? I mean, I've thought many a time after watching a good porno about getting a second job.
Women always answer the door in towels.
Like, if only I knew, like, what this wrench does.
Right.
I'm supposed to put it where?
Oh, jeez. Yeah, I'm not really good at fixing stuff. It's pretty much the only thing that stopped me.
Yeah, I'm sure.
And by the way, this cable guy,
yes,
he has been suspended from working in the field
You
until.
think?
Yeah, well, I'm just letting you know.
right back out putting broadband in today. I would think he's in a spot of trouble, Terry.
I would say so.
Probably thought it was his tip for coming out to the house.
And by the way,
Now, I hate to have to suggest this, Terry, because this is
I'll be back tomorrow.
Really?
Yes.
Now, that's delusional, and I hate to have to bring this up because it's the worst part about any kind of rape allegation, Terry. But what is this guy doing? Obviously, people know him, who he is, who he works for. Did she give him anything, any impression that this was open for up for grabs here, Terry?
She claims the only thing she did, she said she thanked him with a friendly hug.
Who leaned in for that hug, Terry?
No, she claims it was, and this is a quote.
If she thanked him with a friendly hug, obviously that implies that she leaned in for the hug. Now, Terry, was the hug pelvis out
Can
or
I tell
pelvis
you?
in?
Oh, yeah, it was all the way in. Yeah.
You know what? You don't go around hugging your cable guy. I don't care how happy you are to have broadband.
Can
Mostly
I give
because of
you
the smell.
her quote?
Yeah, exactly.
This is her quote when she describes the hug. She says,
Seeing the
quote,
butt crack for 30 minutes, I know it could be a turn on, Terry, but you don't hug your cable guy. I don't want to hear a quote. She hugged the cable guy.
She
Now,
said,
I'm not
quote, it
saying
was like a church hug, pat, pat.
whatever. They're all like church hugs.
She doesn't need to whip it out, though. I mean, that's a little
Throw her
much.
up
Every time I
against
get a
the
hug, I whip it
wall.
out, Steven.
She doesn't need to be hugging him. Now, again, I've put on record here that it's very, very dangerous to be talking in this fashion because there are women that get raped out there.
Right,
and
right,
one of the
absolutely.
easiest ways to go attack the victim is to take the offensive. What did she do? What kind of signals was she sending? But my instincts, my impression here was, how could a guy be so dumb, knowing that he's on the job, knowing that everyone knows who he is? This is not some stranger in an alley raping a woman who could think he can get away with this.
I understand.
So what did she do? She gave him that, I have broadband hug?
Right. Yeah, unless he was on like a suicide mission to get fired. I mean, that's really what it is.
Worse.
Hey, look, I just report the stories,
Yes.
okay?
When my phone got put in, I hugged the guy so hard.
The moral of the story may be,
understand,
think
though.
twice about hugging the repairman in your own home there.
I understand. I agree. That was not the smartest thing on her part. You know, I mean, it doesn't make sense that she's hugging the cable guy
Right.
to thank him.
Maybe she just got upset because he left when he got another call and didn't finish the job.
Maybe she liked getting thrown up against the wall
Well.
so hard that her phone came off.
Who wouldn't, Terry?
She wanted her nooner on demand.
Wow.
Pay-per-view.
Oh, yeah.
Huh. Interesting one.
Yeah, very.
I'm just saying we don't know all the details of what happened behind those closed doors.
Okay.
But they should do everything that they need to do to come up with every bit of evidence and figure out what did happen there.
Right. And they are investigating, so, you know.
And if this cable guy is obviously to be blamed for taking it way beyond what was appropriate, Terry, well then, he should be, like, thrown in jail or something. But on this one, I'm not so sure. Could be the most stupid cable guy in the world. That's possible.
Mm-hmm.
She gave him that. She did admit she gave that hug, though, Terry.
She did, yes. But still, that does not, you know, justify him throwing her up against the wall, fondling her, and exposing himself.
Well, he made a mistake. He was wrong. He thought he read her.
No, I thought that's what you wanted.
It's an oops moment.
Because my mom hugged me the other day and did the same thing.
Oh, jeez.
Whoa, that's what he said.
Your mom does, so you may not get the same kind of reaction. But I don't know how people are raised out in Anacortes. I'm just
whip it out to greet each other.
Jerry, you got the washer dryer man over your house? You give him a big hug when he's done?
No,
okay,
I don't.
then.
I know. I know. I agree. I told you that.
Pizza man delivers Domino's. You give him a big hug when he's in the house there?
Oh, if I'm really high, I do. Oh, good to see you, buddy. Hi, where the hell you been?
That's a nice evening for you there.
Oh, got the binoculars out.
Yeah.
Looking down the street. God, where is that asshole?
That is, hey, it's getting better by the second that evening.
Oh, man. I got my camo on. I'm up in the tree with the
Hey,
binoculars.
let me tell you something. You can't see this, but the fact that Pasty Dave is nodding his head yes,
Oh, yeah, he's
a little scary right now as far as where I'm sitting.
pressed his magnum up against pizza delivery guys against the wheel plenty of times.
May I see the story, please, Terrence?
You may.
Thank you. Goodness sake, going on in Florida.
Maybe it was Marie. I'll have to ask her.
33-year-old cable technician was being accused of attacking a woman in her home. Investigators will be charging Jonathan Andrade with battery and sexual assault for grabbing and fondling a 39-year-old woman.
Whoa.
Apparently this guy exposed himself and did some of the other things that Terry pointed out there, yeah.
Fondled the breast. How does that go?
Yes. The victim who is not...
You got it.
Wow.
The victim who's only being identified as, quote-unquote, Susan, said, quote, that man could have done anything to me. He could have raped me, bludgeoned me, anything. He was seriously demented.
Well, if she thought that, then why'd she hug him? Or maybe he turned demented after that.
Well, that's what I said. She gave him a hug, like a church-type hug, with a pat on the back and see you later, and that's when he threw her up against the wall.
I don't know, Terry.
That's what she's claiming.
At 39, you should just be excited that some man is attracted to you.
Wow, really?
Yes,
Few and far between.
Yeah, Susan goes on to say that the hug was a church hug with a pat. I don't know, you see some of those women named Pat in church, Terry? Oh. I don't know what that means. Anyhow. Yeah, he did leave. After he got a call on his cell phone from the cable company advising him on where his next stop was going to be. I'm interested to see how long this guy's been on the job.
He works for, I believe it's in the story about a contractor for cable.
Oh, it says here. Not really. I mean, if it's his first month or two on the job, then maybe this guy is demented. But if he's put in 9 years of good service, Terry, and all of a sudden he gets this hug from this woman, well, you don't go hugging your cable guy.
This is his first day?
Oh, jeez. I know
Maybe he didn't know. Maybe he thought that's how you dealt with it.
1-866-663-T-MAN is the number to call. I'm interested to open the phone lines, Terry, and see if there's any reaction to this story. Cable guy takes out the little dilly there, Terry,
The little dilly.
and sees if the woman is ready to go.
After hooking her up.
And, yeah, he did throw her up against the wall and stuff.
Yeah.
1-866-663-T-MAN, you're on the air. Hello.
Yes, T-Man.
Yes, sir.
I just think that this is the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard. I mean, this gal is hugging this guy. I mean, any guy that gets a hug from a girl, you know, that's ever watched a porno, you know, of the cable guy getting action, he's going to think, hey, I just got a hug, I'm going to get laid. You know, it's the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard. You know, first of all, he shouldn't be hugging her, and she shouldn't be hugging him. Isn't it like an unwritten rule that you don't touch the cable guy?
It says that on every television, Terry.
You know, as soon as
The
she
phone
gives him a
guy is
hug,
okay,
he's
but the
whipping it
cable
out.
guy,
What's that
absolutely
about?
not.
It is.
You know, I mean, as soon as she gives him a hug, he's whipping it out. I mean, come on. You know, how many pornos has this guy watched?
Hey, Terry, you're sitting there rolling your eyes. The reality is, you're on the job. I delivered for Domino's Pizza. If any woman would have hugged me, I would have said, hey, now it's my turn to take it to the next level. Now, maybe the next level is not throwing over against the wall and taking out my schlong. But that is
delivering more than cable.
That is a sign, and that's the kind of sign that if you're on that delivery job and you're horny, Terry, that you're waiting for. So why is this woman hugging the cable guy?
Maybe she was overwhelmed with gratitude, but that does not give him the right
Send
to
him a
throw
thank
her
you
up
note.
against
And maybe she's never seen pornography or anything like that.
Right, and granted, I mean, maybe she wasn't thinking about who I'm actually hugging. She was just reacting. But that doesn't give him the right to throw her up, fondle her breasts.
No, that doesn't give him the right. Yes, especially as small as it probably was. But, hey, there was something there more than just, I'm so thankful to be done with dial-up. There was something more that she was kind of feeling. Now, maybe she didn't want to take it that fast, like up against the wall with the schlong in her face. But there was something she was feeling towards the cable guy, too, that was more than just, yes, I'm thankful to have high-speed internet. Okay? You don't go hugging the cable guy.
Oh, that's right. The unwritten rule. I forgot.
That's right.
Phone guy,
phone guy you bear hug. Cable guy you don't touch.
Okay. Is that how it goes?
You're on the air.
Hello, T-Man.
Yes.
How you doing, man?
Pretty good.
I got a similar kind of situation. Well, I didn't fondle any breasts or throw anybody up against the wall or anything, but
right.
I got a hug while delivering appliances for a soap company I don't want to expose, but
don't use the word expose, sir. Now, was it clear to you when you got this hug that there was something to that hug? It wasn't just a church hug?
No. Well,
there's no such thing. Let me clear the air right now. When you're behind closed doors with pretty much a stranger, and that's what the repairman is. Mm-hmm. There's no such thing as a church hug. Okay.
Yeah, I don't even know.
You write a check if you have to. You say thank you. End of story. I really appreciate it. Would you like a little grape juice?
Little grape juice.
That's all very much under the umbrella of appropriate.
There's no, grape juice, I can whip out my schlong now.
Man. But the church hug doesn't exist. A hug of any kind falls outside the umbrella of what's appropriate when dealing with a repairman in your home, where you're a vulnerable person. Yes, sir.
Yeah. Okay. I just got the situation that she gave me her number afterwards, so that kind of gives me the gateway to at least take her out, right?
Well, I think the number is pretty clear. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So I gave her the hug, and
she didn't give you the number to play the lottery with, right? She gave you a number to call her. Hey, you got to try this 2743 to it. No, she gave you her phone number. Obviously, there's very few interpretations that can be made other than she wants you to call her.
Exactly. But we went out once, and she was a horrible kisser, so I just didn't call her back.
Oh, it's a shame. Damn shame when the repairman customer relationship doesn't work out, Terry.
We actually went back and did an exchange for the refrigerator because it wasn't working.
I bet you did. You clean out her tray?
I got in trouble because she said that I tried to assault her and tried to grab her, and I didn't because she just was jealous because I didn't like her anymore.
Wow.
Whoa.
Jeez. Man. Hear the story, Terry?
I did.
As much as you got to be delicate in dealing with these situations, there is still two sides to every story, Terry.
Mm-hmm.
And some of these women who get their refrigerators repaired need a little defrosting of their own, don't you know?
The T-Man. An important TV announcement. Everyone knows the King of Queens is starting a new season. Except maybe his father-in-law.
I heard that!
Then TV Guide calls it a sure thing. We just call it How I Met Your Mother.
I'm a good kisser.
Everyone thinks they're a good kisser.
Oh, I've got references.
And did you know that 2.5 Men is now on at 9/8 Central? Sweet. Then it's Out of Practice, the new comedy from the executive producers of Frasier.
And Monday's #1 show, CSI Miami, is back with a vengeance.
Rating.
Terry, I'm fascinated by the story. I spent the whole break pretty much reading it twice. It's a long story, but I did find somewhere deep in the story that the cable guy in question here has worked for Comcast Cable for 2 years. Comcast, obviously not a small little cable company, last I checked, Terry.
Right.
Pretty much the biggest one there is.
Sure.
Has worked there for 2 years without any incident of any kind has been the model a worker. Now, I'm also very fascinated and curious by this whole idea of hugging the cable guy. I want to see if there's going to be even one caller that's going to tell me that hugging the cable guy or any repairman that comes to your house when it's just you and him behind the closed doors of your home is appropriate, acceptable behavior. Or, as I see, Terry, is it just really right smack in the middle of the bullseye of asking for trouble? Just asking for trouble. Can you tell me that hugging the cable guy is an okay, acceptable move? Or is it asking for trouble?
This guy's told you that.
Yes.
I told you that I did not agree with the hugging of the cable guy.
Guy's been on the job for 2 years, Terry. He's been the model worker, and obviously has just been waiting for that sign from some woman, and the hug was what he needed now.
That's the sign.
Yes. And he acted quick, took out this long... pressed her up against the wall. Terry, I hate to have to tell you, but my instincts are strong here, as they usually are.
Okay.
My interpretation is clear here, as it usually is. And I have a clear and precise analysis of what took place in that home.
Okay.
I don't need to hear any more evidence. I don't need to be on the jury of this case, Terry. I know what happened in this house already.
So what happened?
And I'm sorry to tell you, Terry, this woman was a little bit intrigued by this guy, turned on to some small, maybe medium-sized extent, and gave him a hug, not just to thank him for his job, but because she was a little curious about him. She liked him a little. She didn't want it to happen as fast as he threw it out there, and she was scared by that and wanted him away from her as quickly as possible once he took out the dilly and threw her up against the wall, Terry. So in that sense, she was being forced to act in ways she wasn't prepared to act. But she was a little turned on by this guy, and he brought the whole situation to her a lot faster than she ever expected, and she got herself in big-time trouble. That's what happened. End of story.
So instead of flowers and candy, she got the weenus.
Right! She got the weenus.
She got fondled and the weenus all in one package.
Thought I'll give him a hug. Maybe he'll hug me back, and we'll sit and have maybe a little coffee.
You could be friendly with people after an hour and a half. He's in your house. You're talking to him. You establish some sort of friendly relationship.
An hour and a half is nothing. The guy can be... you don't know what he is.
Why sit there and talk to the people when they're in the house the whole time?
Fine, I sit there and talk and try to be friendly, too. And I offer them juice.
Grape juice.
And I ask him, yes, would you like a frosty beverage? But once you put your hands on the person in your home, you have taken it to another level. Now, putting your hands on him doesn't mean a handshake. It means putting your hands on them in a way that's obviously more affectionate than just your old friendly handshake. You don't hug the cable guy. You don't do it.
You don't rough up the midget. You don't hug the cable guy.
You don't rough up the midget.
I can see
that
it,
once he hugged her, he wanted her to rough up the midget, but
and he showed her the midget, and she didn't like it.
Yes.
But what if she went to shake his hand and kind of.
She admits, Terry, that she hugged him in a church hug kind of way, as far as her now. I don't care what kind of
church hug could be.
She gave him the pat.
Yes.
Terry, if she put both arms around the cable guy, that's asking for trouble. Okay? Had a story. 1-866-663 T-Man is the number to call. You're on the air. Hello. Now, I feel sorry for her, Terry, that she got all that she got in as quick a fashion as she got it, because that's not what she was wanting.
No.
But don't hug the cable guy, and he'll be pretty much towards you like he has been towards the customers he serviced over the 2 years before he came to your home that didn't hug him.
Maybe she.
So she asked for trouble. I feel bad for her as to what she got, but I don't feel that sorry for her. Go ahead, you're on the air.
Hi, T-Man.
Yes, hi.
I called earlier, and I think it was a big setup.
You called earlier, you were on the air?
No, you didn't put me on the air yet.
Oh, okay. Well, here you are. Okay. All right.
Hi, Terry. Hi, Stephen.
Hi.
Hi.
Anyway, I think he wouldn't give her any after the fact. And he got pissed off and made up the whole story.
Didn't I just tell you the way it went down? Didn't the T-Man just spell it all out for you in graphic detail of exactly what happened and exactly what was going in both their minds?
Definitely.
Well, apparently you don't. You don't find my analysis 100% accurate.
I do.
Well, you can't if you just came up with your own that differs from mine.
Well, I agree with yours, but I have mine, and I think the two of them relate pretty well together.
No, they're complete opposites.
T-Man.
They're complete opposites.
I agree with yours, but here's what happened.
You can't agree with mine and then tell me that you have a completely different scenario on what happened. Either you agree with mine, you say that's the way it happened, or you say, no, you're wrong, T-Man, it happened this way.
So
I'm telling you what happened!
So you can't even...
I know cable guys!
Wow.
You wait 2 years for a hug like that!
You did,
obviously. Now, he obviously, in waiting those 2 years, was just so raring to go, Terry, that maybe he even surprised himself in the way he jumped to action.
It's great that
unzip.
It just takes a hug to trigger that.
Yeah, it's amazing. Don't hug the cable guy, or you're a washer dryer repairman, or your garage door fixer guy, and you won't have him spring to action like that.
So anybody coming to your house to do any kind of work, just leave your hands
Terry,
off of them.
There was a very handsome man who came to my home recently to fix a ding that happened to my car windshield.
Okay.
I offered him a little bit of grape juice.
The frosty beverage.
I'm really glad I restrained myself and didn't hug him.
Okay. Did he take the juice?
I think I gave him a bottle of water. It was a juice. It's just, I don't know why I'm saying that. I gave him a bottle of water. You got to offer the person in your home fixing stuff a beverage.
Mm-hmm.
That's the polite.
I understand that.
That's the appropriate thing to do.
Right.
See, it's about what's appropriate, what's inappropriate.
And hugging the cable guy is inappropriate.
Bottled water, appropriate. Throwing your arms around a stranger who, yes, has been working in your home an hour and a half, but still as strange as anyone on the street to you, Terry, inappropriate.
But don't you feel
like...
like...
if he chases you around the house, I don't feel sorry for you. Some people even go to greater lengths when they have a repairman come to their home, Terry, because you are in a vulnerable situation. Some women out there, I can pretty much guarantee you, alert a neighbor that there's going to be a repairman coming to their house, listen for screams, or they have a cell phone on them that they're ready to call if there's anything goes wrong.
Sure.
And these are steps that some, especially women, need to take, or some very frail men. You're on the air.
Hey, what's up, T-Man?
How are you, sir?
How you doing, man?
I'm doing fine. And you?
I'm pretty good, man.
Oh, I'm glad you called.
Man, I'm telling you about these cable guys, man.
Uh-huh.
Sometimes what happens is you don't pay the bill, right?
Oh, it is.
Then they shut your cable off, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's a waste of time, man. I
Yes.
think it's a waste of time.
I heard that.
What do you think?
I think it's a waste of time.
Why don't you pay your bill?
Oh. Nah.
Bills suck.
That free chip or whatever you need to get.
Right.
Marie's the type in Jacksonville, Terry, to throw her arms around the cable guy.
Maybe. You're right. She probably is.
And then she'd be scared to death if he took his schlong out and started chasing her up against a wall.
But it takes somebody like that, because when you're in the house, you're in the trenches together, you're hooking it up, and it's like, is it going to work? Is it not going to work? And then, ooh, there's a problem, and there's, drama and all that kind of stuff. And then, yes, finally, it works.
So you're saying a bond is built very quickly, is what you're saying?
Yeah, I mean, I can totally see that happening.
There's this, we're in this thing together kind of mode.
I mean, let's say,
and
for
then
example,
and then when the cable of high-speed variety starts working, you have no choice but to high-five and hug and go to bed together?
Oh, well, I don't know about that.
I usually don't sleep with the guy, but
get in the shower.
I mean, maybe.
Hey, it's working. Let's go take a shower. I mean, why stop at a hug, Steven?
That's right, when I drop the towel.
I mean, if you're in this thing together to such a degree that once it's working, you got to hug the guy, why not just bend over?
Well, because hug to some people isn't sex, so.
Well, hug is more than just, wow, thank you, it works. I'm going to send Comcast a note showing my appreciation for all you've done.
Mm-hmm.
But I need you to do a little more, big boy.
But first.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe he threw in a couple of extra outlets and she was overly grateful for that. You know?
Sure, there were a couple extra outlets. You're on the air.
You gave her the chip for the free HBO.
Oh,
there you go.
Hello?
Yo, T.
Yes, sir.
Hey, I'm actually one of them cable delivery guys, man.
Mm-hmm.
And people come to the door with next to nothing on it.
Yes.
Yeah, and I've actually got kisses and hugs. You can't tell. What if you don't go to church? How could you tell if it was a church hug?
Yeah.
If you don't go to church.
Was there a pastor there for the clear definition as to what it was, Terry?
Sorry, Judge, I believe in the devil.
No.
You know what I mean, though, right?
What?
You know what I mean, though, right?
I totally get you, dude. I mean, the hug is a pretty intimate thing.
Hey, I get hugged all the time.
Could you get like a little side hug? Maybe
Well,
that's
Terry,
her. It doesn't say, it says church-like hug.
Yes,
you know?
where she patted him on the back, but she threw both arms around him, Terry. Now, if that happened in a public place, obviously it would be a different thing than happening behind closed doors. It's interpreted different by the person on the receiving end of what caught him by surprise. Yeah. He wasn't expecting a hug from this woman. All of a sudden, she throws his arms around him. He's thinking, wow, there's no one around. She obviously is telling me something here. Let me take out the big to-do.
Well, this guy even says that he's gotten a lot of hugs. I mean, have you been throwing up the women who hug you? And
well, I'm not saying this cable guy wasn't a little bit out there, Terry, and doing what he did. This guy who's been a cable delivery guy for 20 years, when he gets the hug, doesn't respond in that fashion.
I don't respond in that fashion, but you
doesn't mean you're not thinking the same things.
See, I'm like you. I can bring the ruckus.
Yeah, baby.
He's like you. He's bringing the ruckus.
Terry, any guy who gets the hug is going to be thinking the same thing. I can get this woman's ass right now.
Okay,
but some guys will act quicker and more dangerously than other guys.
What do you do when you get a hug, sir? You just like, oh, thank you, ma'am, and move on?
I think his line cut off.
Oh.
Got another delivery to make.
Okay. Another hug to get?
Ma'am, that's the kind of job you get excited every time you knock on someone's door. Ah, big fat guy, damn it.
That's what they say at my house.
Oh, jeez. I'm telling you. I did it for 2 years. From age 16 to 18, delivering pizza, Terry.
Right.
Every door I knocked on, I thought there was a chance of getting laid.
You were never someone's little burrito?
Gotta get back in the biz.
Right.
Terry, it's like a unfinished business I have.
Really?
Literally. Just give me that church hug, baby. I'm waiting for it. Well, let's move on, shall we?
Right.
There's a lot of callers waiting to talk on this. You want to talk to more people on their interpretation of this, Terry? I think it's pretty clear.
Okay.
You don't give any hugs in your home when there's no one to rescue you.
All right. So
I mean, if your brother-in-law is sitting there watching Judge Judy on the couch, it's a lot safer than no one's in the house. You see what I'm saying here?
I do.
Even though your brother-in-law's a wimp, worthless.
What's he gonna do, right?
But still, it's different.
Right.
The cable guy doesn't read the hug the same way. If there's a dude who is an unidentified dude, but still a dude sitting there on the couch a few feet away.
What
you see what I'm saying?
I do, but what if it's like one of your girlfriends in the house with you? I mean, is it a threesome then all of a sudden?
Well, if she's looking and smiling.
Like say, hey, baby, come on.
It depends. You look over at her and see if she's smiling when you're getting the hug.
Geez.
Yes. This is how men think, unfortunately. Now, some men, in a creepy way, will act faster and more, as I said, dangerously than others.
I was just laughing at the TV show. I wasn't smiling at you.
No, come on, baby. That wasn't a funny show. Tony Danza's show is not funny.
Next time I get a hug from Amy Kilbreth, I'm whipping it out.
If you get a hug from Amy Kilbreth with no one around behind closed doors,
that'll never happen.
Oh my goodness!
It'll never happen because she's probably smarter than that.
Very smart. Yeah.
Notice I threw in probably.
Even if Steven's there, I don't care. I'll do it anyway.
Oh, jeez.
He's gonna throw
Steven will be smiling in the background.
Oh man!
So hug equals sexual assault. That's great.
Did I say hug equals sexual assault, Steven?
Well, pretty much. You're saying that if you're a woman and you hug a guy behind closed doors, you should expect this.
I said you're asking for trouble. I didn't say you should expect this. I said you are asking for trouble.
But most guys will not do that.
Most guys will not respond by taking out their schlong and running after the woman and throwing up her against the wall.
And fondling her breasts and everything.
But she fired the salvo, unfortunately. I'm sorry. This guy who has been on the job for 2 years and has been, according to his supervisor, the model cable repairman guy. They had no idea that he was capable of this because this is his first hug he's ever gotten from a woman with no one else around. Now, I hate to put blame on this woman, but she asked for trouble when she hugged the guy. Now, maybe she's the innocent type who never realized that a hug could lead to some demented guy getting all worked up so quickly.
Yeah, there are people that are huggers.
Steven's one of them.
Steven, you're not hugging any repairman with no one else in your home.
Not a repairman, no.
Or a repairwoman either.
Hey, Carl, thanks, man. That was great.
No, I wouldn't think so, no. But
no, maybe if you have a little Kenny Chesney on in the background, you may hug Carl the repairman.
Get him into the mood.
Yes. Sorry, what else is going on in the world, please?
Well, according to the Houston Police Department, some of the $2,000 debit cards that, were given to hurricane victims to help them get back on their feet again.
I understand the purpose.
By the government, have been showing up at strip clubs.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, yeah. A bartender at Baby Doll Strip Club says, quote, you lost your whole house, then why not?
You can't blame. They've been through a lot down there, Terry. And if they want to use their debit card in that fashion, are you going to say that's inappropriate, that's wrong? If they'd rather have a little taste of Mercedes as opposed to a little taste of a loaf of bread, Terry, then
then let them have it?
Travel over to the main stage, yes.
But let's not ask for bread then.
I don't think they're asking for it.
They don't have any money to ask for bread when they're spending it all at the strip club.
I'm not blaming them, Terry.
Tough to get mad at them.
Yes. You're getting mad at them, Terry? Is that what you're saying? Are you getting mad at them?
I'm kind of feeling that
Are you disappointed in them?
Fraudulent there, yes.
That's fraudulent?
Well, I mean,
they got $2,000. You can do with your $2,000 as you see fit. If you want to continue to go hungry, but get a good lap dance under your belt there, literally, Terry, then
you're
hey.
trying to rebuild, and people are feeling for you, and I understand you want to get a thrill, but wait till you rebuild and use the money for what it's for.
The best way to rebuild is to clear your mind of all stress, first and foremost.
And the best way to do that is...
there's only one best way to do that, Terry.
Visiting Mercedes.
Yes. How many guys ran away from signing their name on the dotted line and getting their debit card and going, VIP section, yeah!
Yeah, finally.
A lot of guys, and I don't blame them 1 second, Terry. Stuck on a roof for 3 days. Yeah. Thinking if I get out of here, first place I'm going is strip club.
Love it.
Strip club action. Terry's mad at him.
Oh, yeah. I don't.
It's very insensitive of you, Terry.
No,
forget the formula for our kids. We'll go to the strip club.
Yeah. Or the diapers or the clothes. We've been in these clothes for the last 3 months.
Perhaps those that went to the strip club with their $2,000 debit cards don't have responsibilities to kids, Stephen. Do you ever think of that as a possibility here or what? Maybe there's one or two bad apples in the bunch that forego the formula for the baby for the strip club, but I would think the vast majority of those who were found at the strip club with their debit cards are not ducking a responsibility to their children first.
I would hope not.
All right. Man, two are so critical.
What?
Then the stripper gives you the church hug. Oh, man.
Oh, yeah, I'm whipping it out.
You are throwing her up against a pole before she can say something quick.
Time to deliver the cable, lady.
You guys are wrong.
I'm not mad at him for 1 second, Terry.
Okay, fine.
On the back of the debit card, does it say for food only?
No, I know you can't buy like alcohol and cigarettes and firearms or something like that. Other than that, everything else is a free-for-all.
I had a $195,000 home. This is a $2,000 debit card. Obviously, I'm not going to be able to rebuild my home, so it's straight to the strip club. Yeah. There's my new home, at least for a week. Terry's
or for 2 hours.
And Terry's judging, and so is Stephen, by the way.
Very judgmental.
Very judgmental.
Damn you, Stephen.
You haven't walked, forget a mile, you haven't walked a block in the shoes of those that have been through the trauma of what went on the Gulf Coast over the past month, Stephen.
I agree, and I agree that $2,000 isn't going to rebuild anything.
Mm-hmm. So with that in mind,
have at it.
Strip club it is, baby.
So you're okay with it, Stephen?
I'm not okay with it, no. I think it's wrong.
Why do you think it's wrong?
Well, I mean, I think it's stories like this that make people realize, we don't want. I mean, you hear about the bad apples that do this kind of stuff, and you don't want to give money because of that.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, I know it's only just a few people.
No, it sounds like a pretty big fleet.
Was there a lot of people?
It says there's quite a few. It doesn't give me exact numbers, but,
Mm-hmm. Well.
But you're right. 2,000 isn't going to do much anyway.
I heard you try to get in that strip club over the weekend. I'm sorry, we're at capacity. You try coming back like noon on Tuesday. You might have a shot then.
They have 2,000 to spend. They're letting him in.
I'm saying the place is so overflowing with people that no one can get in over the weekend. And you all get judgmental. All right, there you go. That's your reaction. I'm not mad at him for a second.
All right.
I even say, good job!
Get a dance for me!
Mm-hmm.
The T-Man.
Check this out.
You wish your girlfriend was wrong like me. Don't you wish your girlfriend...
The details behind the split that left even the biggest Hollywood cynics in shock. Renee Zellweger and Kenny Chesney over and out after just 4 months.
Right.
The court papers say fraud is the reason Renee cited for wanting her 4-month marriage to Kenny annulled.
Fraud. Mm-hmm. He's a fraud, Terry.
Well, yes.
Yes. I wonder what that means. I wonder what she's implying by saying that Kenny Chesney's a fraud in some sense, Terry.
You're not little.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, he's not.
I don't think she was discovering that he's not as big a country star as she imagined. Mm-hmm. He seems to be. What could he be a fraud about, Terry?
Well,
took her all of a few days on the honeymoon to realize you don't like women. Stop staring at the bellhop. Right. And the marriage is over. And I thought they'd last a lifetime. Not really.
2 days before she filed the papers, Renee was wearing her diamond wedding band at the Cinderella Man premiere in Tokyo.
Wow.
Last week in London.
How about Tokyo getting the Cinderella Man movie so late, Terry? Those poor Tokyoans. That is just wrong. Yeah. Cinderella Man now?
Mm-hmm. But in Tokyo, you can buy a Prada purse for $10, so it all pays off.
There it goes. Level playing field.
2 days before she filed the papers, Renee was wearing her diamond wedding band at the Cinderella Man premiere in Tokyo.
Yeah.
Last week in London, a reporter asked Renee about her marriage, but she declined to answer.
I can't. I just can't talk about it. Yeah, I had to keep my precious things precious. I'm sorry, but thanks for asking.
Well, there's a good chance he's with a man named Steve right now. Gives you any indication of how our marriage is going.
Since their May 9th Virgin Island wedding, the pair have never publicly appeared together.
Right.
Kenny was on tour most of the summer, and a source tells ET he is trying to handle the split like a gentleman.
Man, so basically the whole time they were married, they weren't even together. So it's not like they got sick of each other quick.
Right.
What the hell, man?
Kenny told ET today, quote, "This is an incredibly sad time.
Yeah, right,
I just hope everyone can respect the privacy that I know Renee has."
I thought Renee was going to be the perfect beard for my social life, and turns out she wasn't having it. Oh, what
going to be mine, Nicole Kidman.
Uh-huh.
I just hope everyone can respect the privacy that I know Renee has already asked for. There are 6 grounds for an annulment in California. Petitioner's age at time of marriage, prior existing marriage, unsound mind, fraud, which Renee checked, force, and physical incapacity.
Physical incapacity. Do you understand that one, Terry? Do you understand that, Stephen? Do you understand what that implies?
Can't get it done.
That's right!
Wow.
Now, that was put, I'm sure, on that annulment paperwork because back in the olden days, Terry, women actually used to be virgins on their wedding nights.
Really?
Can you believe that as a possibility? Yes.
Amazing.
Well, that was a box that you could check off if after marrying a man on the honeymoon or even giving him a little leeway after that, he can't make it happen.
Wow.
So you could get out of the marriage if he couldn't get it out.
Yeah, Viagra wasn't available back then.
It wasn't available.
That's true.
So you can pretty much take that box down now, I would think, because A, Viagra's available, and B, no woman's not being brought to ruckus before she gets married at least 1,000 times.
Wow. There's no such thing as virgins anymore in the females. or male.
Not any woman that's close to marriage. Come on. A couple of freaks out there. Anyway.
Pacey Dave.
The reverse freaks. Anyway.
Force and physical incapacity.
Physical incapacity. That's such a gentle way of putting it.
Getting hitched and ditched is nothing new in Hollywood. Britney Spears annulled her 55-hour union to childhood pal Jason Alexander.
Honestly, I really wanted to see what it was like to be married.
Right.
Carmen Electra and Dennis Rodman were married only 9 days. Nikki Hilton and Todd Meister's union lasted just 3 months. Lisa Marie Presley and Nicolas Cage were wed 3.5 months. And Michelle Phillips and Dennis Hopper just 8 days.
Wow, so it's the in thing. There you go.
I guess so.
If you're not getting annulled, you're not happening. Dennis Hopper was married for 8 days.
Woo-hoo.
Happiest 8 days of his life, Terry, but hey, didn't want to go a night.
Right. Because that ninth would have really pushed him over the edge.
Yeah, it'd been a disaster. She was thinking of calling the cable guy that day. Not working out.
Now for Renee, isn't this like her second marriage, right?
Well, she's had a lot of weirdo ending situational relationships. Yes, she was with Jim Carrey for almost a year or so.
Yeah.
She is just deranged or way out there when it comes to her social life, Terry. Could be even more of a disaster, public relations-wise, than Little Kenny Chesney. Being a gay boy, yeah.
She looks so happy dancing on the beach in her wedding dress.
Yes, she did.
Ah, life's great.
Yes.
I'm in bliss. I've reached Nirvana.
Love. Not really.
Kind of the same face the guys in the strip clubs with the $2,000 debit cards have, Terry.
Yeah.
I'm still not past that. I want you to know.
Okay, well.
Because I just was brought to my attention, at least, that there's a related story, if you will, that a woman out there used her debit card to buy a Louis Vuitton purse, Terry. I don't see you screaming about that one.
Well, quite honestly, I recall I've heard that as well, and I agree that is just as bad to me.
Why does that story in the media not have the same kind of legs as guys who are using their $2,000 debit cards to have a couple of Bud Lights and a few strippers in their lap?
Not sexy enough.
Why, Terry? Why, I ask you?
Well, at least she gets to walk away and walk around with the Louis Vuitton purse, you know? She still has something to show for it.
These guys can walk around with the memory. The memory of Portia.
Really?
Yes, I'm really excited that you can use debit cards at strip clubs.
That's pretty cool, yeah.
Just use it right there when the stripper comes up to you. Just swipe it through her tits. Make it happen. Wow. Is that how it's working?
I think so, yeah. Punch in the pin number.
Oh, Terry, don't be naive, all right?
Oh, punch in the pin.
Please. Oh, I got to start over. I punched the wrong buttons, baby. Let me re-swipe it. That feels good, doesn't it? Okay. Terry.
Yes, T-Man.
Are you in the same kind of mental state when you hear about the woman who spent, $1,000 to buy her Louis Vuitton purse?
Yes. Okay. I think that's wrong all the way around.
I just want to say that you have to be, or else that wouldn't be fair.
Anyhow, she needed a place to keep her debit card.
Right, she needed a trendy purse.
What else is going on, please?
Interesting story out of Fargo, North Dakota.
Let us be the judge of that.
All right. Got a story here about a 26-year-old gentleman who taped him and his ex having sex. He did this in order to get the protection order against him lifted.
Perfect.
She filed.
A lot of guys should do that. There are a lot of women that file these protection orders, and then a couple of months later are like calling the guy, "Why haven't you called me?"
Well,
you put a protection order against me. Well, I kind of don't feel that way anymore. Come over and do me.
That is true.
Which is wrong, Terry, because you are wasting the court's time. Yes, when you're just not clear about what your head is telling you.
But just to let you know that
the
woman can also get in trouble for that, by the way.
She should. And then the only way to get her in that kind of trouble is to tape it. Tape it, baby. And that's what all guys did. Terry, I'm telling you, there are a lot of guys out there that have protection orders placed on them.
Yes.
And then all of a sudden, they get a call from the woman.
Right, I understand that.
Why are you listening to the protection order? You're supposed to be deranged and so obsessed with me that you call anyway. Well, how come you haven't done that? Well, I'm not obsessed with you, and I never was.
Right.
What? I thought you were. That's why I had the protection order put on you. Well, I don't even like you. You mean if I told you to come over and have sex with me right now, you wouldn't? No, I wouldn't, but try me.
Throw it out there, see what happens.
Mm-hmm. You have the whole dialogue down.
Yeah, what's up with that?
So who's the deranged one at the end of the day here, Terry?
I don't know.
The man who had the protection order placed on him or the woman who did the placing?
Now, granted, although I do agree with you on this guy was still wrong because his little plan
I do have the dialogue down, don't I?
Perfect.
Yes, thank you so much. I just know what's going on out there, Terry. I've never been in this situation, not really.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So this dude's plan really didn't work, and let me explain why.
Why?
Apparently, he got his ex-girlfriend over there, and she was resisting him, right? And he was trying to coerce her into having sex. The tape was on this whole time, and so even though she did have sex with him, because he pressed her into it.
What do you mean he pressed her into it? He
pressured
raped her?
Well, I guess you could say yes, he did.
Did she not want to have sex with him?
She did not want to have sex with him.
Then that's rape.
Okay.
So the man should go to jail for 20 years.
He took the tape. He told her, I just, taped us having sex. So he took the tape to the police and to prove that, lifted the order.
Right.
But because it was on, they could hear her, saying no and resisting his advances.
So he thought he was taking this tape to prove that the woman was willing to have sex with him. And it turned out that now he's a rapist and instead of just having a protection order and being free and out there in the world, he's going to be going to jail for a rape sentence?
Well, he was arrested and charged with 3 felonies plus 2 misdemeanors.
Stupid story I've ever heard in my life.
Well, he's an idiot. Okay?
I need to go out and buy a Louis Vuitton purse from what dress you're giving me this morning, Terry.
It always makes things better.
This is the dumbest story ever.
Would you like to see this, too?
I've seen enough of your stories this morning. You ever heard of such a thing?
No.
Guy could be so dumb he didn't realize on the tape was the audio of her going, no, stop. And basically, it could be interpreted as rape, is what you're telling me, Terry?
It could be,
That's
sure.
the most dumbest story ever.
Most guys destroy those tapes.
It's like, okay, let's do it again. This time, don't say no.
We're going to take 2 here because the first take really doesn't work as far as my needs.
Right.
It's not much to remember.
Was her body saying stop, Terry? Because why? If her body was saying stop and this guy didn't think the audio would be picked up on, but it was, you would think he wouldn't have submitted that tape to the police officers?
Well, you would think, and as the police pointed out, you would think that he would have watched the tape first to make sure.
Because sometimes, Terry, your body,
in there.
Your mouth says stop, but your body says go.
Oh, yeah, go. Green light.
I don't know what we're talking about anymore.
Come on.
Terry knows what we're talking about.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. Our body says go quite often, baby.
Rev my engine.
Oh, jeez. Wow. See, you wouldn't even be in a situation where you voluntarily were in the same room against the man you had a protection order against, I would hope.
No, I wouldn't.
Okay.
I would not.
So what was she doing there, saying no?
Well, apparently he called her and asked her to come over to talk about custody because they have children involved.
Oh. All right, well, that makes sense.
So.
Yeah.
But still,
then he raped her.
Well, yeah, but still, she shouldn't have even gone over there. She shouldn't have even accepted the phone call or spoken to him. Period.
No, whatever.
So.
All right, 1-866.
Yeah, wish them all the best.
Yes.
Have a good time in jail.
How far behind are we? Wait, I can't even take calls here? All right, here's what we're going to do.
What's that?
I don't know.
Okay.
But when we get back, tons of phone calls.
Oh.
Because you filled my head with a whole bunch of weird stories this morning.
Okay.
I got ladies giving hugs and then being thrown up against walls.
Right.
I got debit cards being swiped between breasts. I got men taping women, hoping to get out of the restraining order.
Mm-hmm.
And then being thrown in jail for 20 years. My head's spinning on a Monday, Terry.
Oh.
1-866, nothing better to straighten my head out than the phone callers.
Yeah,
1-866-663-T-Man. Back out of these words.
The T-Man. The all-new Cube93.com is on. Everything you need is a click away.
Concert, Click Club,
ringtone, Cube93.com.
streaming, music info,
Requests, Cube93.com.
clubs, T-Man,
And more. It's online.
It's ready.
Updated.
Daily.
Cube93.com.
Yes. Got it.
Body.
Did you know it was burning out?
We have...
your body's burning up. You better go to the doctor.
Right.
All right, 1-866-663-T-MAN. I'm going to go to these phone lines in a couple of seconds, Terry, see how many calls I can get in.
All right.
How many people want to talk this morning on a Monday? Well, that remains to be seen. But text pages are rolling in, too, by the way. So let me address these real quickly. They continue to roll in. It is available for your private or not-so-private messages at 97373.
Love those.
Don't you know? That's 97373. Don't you know? That is the text page number for anything that you feel like you want to contribute this morning. Like someone at 8:36 and 29 seconds wrote the following. Hey, guys, I'm at my wit's end. I'm going to beat up a queer today. Oh, geez.
Wow.
Jeez.
Gay or not, there's a guy out there who knows who he is who better keep his damn hands off my wife, you filthy turd chaser.
Whoa. What?
Man.
If the guy's so interested in the dude's wife...
Uh-huh.
Well, I don't know. I don't want to spend too much time on that.
All we know is a turd chaser.
Sometimes gay guys are a little touchy with people's wives, even though they don't want them.
Really?
Could rub a guy the wrong way, I guess.
Amazing. You could break this down for us. Thank you so much. I was thinking of exploring it, but then decided to. Okay, but we had the answer right before our very eyes in Hopscotch Scott.
Okay, when it comes to gay guys and wives, I'm the expert. Don't know why.
Well, we have the phone number in case there's an innocent turd chaser beaten up today, Terry.
Okay.
Let's see what else we got here. 8:31 and 56 seconds. I hear Kanye West announced that he was bisexual on Oprah. Is there any truth to this?
Wow.
Was Kanye West on Oprah? I saw him on Ellen DeGeneres, actually, because I was interested to hear what he had to say after the whole...
Bush hating black people?
Yes.
Statement?
Yeah, after that statement,
as
I
far
watched
as I
him.
know, he wasn't on Oprah. I don't think he has been, no.
All right. 8:18 and 8 seconds. Somebody writes, did the woman tell the cable guy to stop it all? Obviously referring to the story we read over an hour ago now, Terry.
Right.
Yeah, I'm sure the woman did tell the guy to stop. I'm not doubting that this woman got a lot more than she bargained for. If you recall the story very quickly, I'll update you. There's a woman in Jacksonville who's in the news this morning because after giving the cable guy who spent an hour and a half installing her DSL or her broadband, Terry, what's the difference? She was then basically attacked by this guy. Took a schlong out, the usual, pressed her up against the wall. Fondled her, and then left when he got another call to action by Comcast. And he's obviously in a spot of trouble this morning.
Right.
But we went to the whole argument of this wouldn't have begun if she didn't throw her arms around a cable guy to thank him. This guy has been on the job for 2 years and has a spotless, squeaky clean cable guy record. Now, that doesn't mean that this guy wasn't completely out of bounds with his reaction to it, Terry.
You think?
And I'm sure she screamed. I'm sure she yelled. I'm sure she said stop.
Right.
I'm sure she was terribly frightened. Don't throw your arms around the cable guy. You don't have to worry about a reaction like that. Ooh, she likes me. Ooh, the penis. Ooh.
If you're pulling out the schlong, you better be pretty sure she's into it. That's a pretty big step in the relationship.
It's a huge step. That's obviously a bigger step. There's a lot of middle ground between the taking out of the schlong and pressing up against the wall and the church hug. Don't get me wrong. I obviously acknowledge that, Terry.
Right.
I'm just saying, if you're not looking for any kind of trouble whatsoever, don't throw your arms around any repairman that gets inside your home. If you want to go down to Comcast in front of his coworkers and hug him, you're a lot safer.
I say thank you.
Yes.
And they all jump on her at the same time.
Oh,
she wants all of us.
Let's go. Now, that'd be quite the porno. All right. 8:12 and 20 seconds. Somebody writes the text page. Church hugs, T-Man, are very friendly.
Oh,
And they put very in all capitals. And then they repeat it, very friendly.
Wow.
I didn't know there was a true label
of a church hug?
Of church hug. I didn't know hugs have all these multiple labels.
Okay.
I know there are friendlier hugs than other hugs, but I didn't know there was a quote-unquote church hug that everyone seems to understand the definition of that I'm just not aware of.
Maybe we should sit in front of a church next time and see what a church hug truly is.
I'm missing this at church.
I guess so.
This happened at your church during the wedding?
I haven't seen it, no.
Okay.
People aren't touching each other, I don't think.
Well, this person writes very clearly that church hugs are very... Because we asked the question, we posed the question, how friendly can a church hug be? Probably not very friendly.
Right.
This person disputes that very clearly.
Okay.
Church hugs are very friendly. Very friendly. 8:09 and 54 seconds, somebody writes, I work for Comcast, and I get these unclear messages from women all the time.
Wow.
Signed, T.C. Minyard.
Well, thanks, TC.
Thank you, TC. Thank you for that. And I'm glad that you're a repairman in good standing at Comcast and isn't under the gun this morning for his actions upon getting one of those very friendly church hugs. Man, I mean, this text page is almost making it like a church hug implies that there's a reach around in the whole thing here, Terry. I mean, how friendly is very friendly?
Maybe that's where the fondle came in.
Mm-hmm.
Mixed signals are the worst.
Oh, geez. 8:09 and 4 seconds, somebody writes, I once had a threesome with 2 sorority girls while on duty delivering pizzas. True story. It was when I was going to school at Eastern.
Oh, well, there's not much Chini.
Ever. Mm-hmm. It's happened to all of us. Don't feel special. Come on. 7:55 and 57 seconds. Somebody writes, I deliver pizzas to Hotshot's house all the time. He once hugged me a bit too long. I never pulled out the weenie, though, no matter how many times he asked me to.
Wow!
Come on, dude, just do it. I thought that was part of the Meat Lover special. No? Okay, well, sorry. Well, let go.
What happens between you and your Domino's driver, Terry? Stays. Oh, apparently not.
Domino's, they're not big huggers. The Sahara pizza.
That's why
Sahara, that's great.
I thought you upgraded to Tony Maroney. Come on in, Tony.
Jeez.
Okay, 7:54 and 42 seconds. Somebody writes, that lady really got some on-demand from the cable guy. Oh, that's cute. Okay.
Right.
7:44 and 21 seconds. Somebody writes, the cable guy once did a number 2 at my house that lasted at least 10 minutes in my bathroom. Talk about inappropriate, T-Man.
Oh.
Now, that's very much on point, Terry. There is no excuse for any cable guy, any repair guy whatsoever to have to take go to a bathroom in your house, Terry.
Gotcha.
I mean, if you want to take a quick little whiz, fine. But to go number 2 in someone's house, you get back in your little cable van, go down to the nearest gas station and do it there. Right. You don't go number 2 in somebody's house.
Yeah. See, I'll be right back, ma'am.
No one's allowed to go number 2 in my house. Hotshot can't go number 2 in my house.
Wow.
My wife's not allowed to go number 2 in my house. I sent her in the van down to the gas station.
You have a van for that purpose.
I'm very big on this.
How does
the cable guy go number 2 in somebody's house?
Right.
Man.
That I definitely
I'd
have
rather
to
him take out a schlong and then leave for his next call. Go number 2 in my house. All right. 1-866. Those are the latest text pages at 97373. But you know, 97373. Back to the phones. You're on the air. Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
I was just curious, if the cable man was a chick, would your opinion be different?
Well, if the cable guy was a chick,
it wouldn't be a cable man.
If the cable guy was a chick, I honestly believe that this woman would not have hugged her.
Well, if a guy hugged a cable lady that was a female, it'd be all inappropriate too, unless she whipped out her tits.
Oh, jeez.
Whoa.
Or a schlong. If a guy would, let's say so you're saying a female cable guy comes to somebody's house.
Right.
Dangerous in itself. And,
a guy is there.
And a guy is there and is so happy about the great job well done by the cable woman that he gives her a hug.
Hug, pat.
No, because no woman, cable woman, who doesn't want to be hugged is going to allow this guy to hug her.
Exactly.
So?
What was your point?
So it doesn't, I mean, guys wouldn't do it to a chick, so why would a chick sit there and do it to a cable guy?
I can't understand why she did it to the cable guy.
And I go to church, and I don't like to be hugged by church people.
Wow.
I'm not a huggy type.
Well, you're not a huggy type.
I can hear that in your voice, by the way.
Right.
So you understand that the church hug is more friendly than just your haven't seen you in a while hug.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Kind of like going to the old grandparents' house. It's like, you know.
Got it. So this woman, she asked for a little bit of trouble. Now, did she get what she deserved? No. She got a lot more than she bargained for there, Terry, and I feel sorry that happened.
Right.
But you don't want any trouble from a deranged person. A good way to try to secure that from happening is don't start giving them hugs.
Yeah. Well, do you got the cable guy's number?
In your home with nobody around.
She wants a hug from the guy.
Yeah, it sounds like you need your cable fixed, baby. Yeah.
Alrighty.
I don't give hugs to you, man, but I give everything else.
Yeah. Skip over that crap.
All of a sudden, she came to life there, didn't she?
Yes.
Do you have the number of the cable guy?
Yeah, he's coming all the way from Florida.
I haven't been pressed up against the wall in a while there, T-Man. I don't know why I'm doing a real manly voice for her. I guess because that's the way she sounded.
Okay. Probably a reason.
1-866-663. T-Man is the number to call, and you're on the air. Hello.
Hello?
Yes.
Oh, hi. I was calling about the Kanye West thing there. I saw that on Oprah.
Oh, he was on Oprah.
So he was.
He was on Oprah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he was on Oprah, and he had his mom there. He sang some new song that he made for her that he said that he had been waiting until he got on Oprah to do, like he knew he was going to get on
Well, a texter is very interested if he revealed the fact that he's a bisexual man. Is that possible?
No, that is not true. He did not say that.
And you watched the full hour? Because every woman...
I watched the whole thing. He was
Yes.
pompous, but he did not say that.
How was he pompous?
Well, you know, like she asked him about, because, you know, he acts like he's, like, you know, the king of everybody, everything.
Well, he is pretty much.
So she asked him about a couple times when he said something along those lines.
And you got the
And
impression he was
some
pompous?
like some music award or something. that
He
went to,
complained
and
that
I
he didn't
guess
get New
was saying
Music
a lot of-
Artist of the Year.
Well, he should have got New Music Artist of the Year. I would feel the same way if I was him. Who's a bigger new music artist than him?
Well, yeah, I
Who
guess.
won the award?
And he said
Gretchen
that.
Wilson, I think.
Who?
And he said
It
that.
was a country person.
No country person deserves over Kanye West. Kanye West is on the cover of Time magazine.
Yeah, he was.
Country's not even real music.
The country's not even real music. It's stupid stories. Put the tune.
Banjo
But no,
and
he
a
didn't
jug.
say that. But he did say.
So why is that pompous?
He did say that he had ran into her to Oprah like a few years back or something on the street.
Yeah.
And she was admiring his car, and he told her at that point that he was going to be on her show.
Mm-hmm.
And she said, well,
And then he
people
whipped
tell
it
me
out.
that all the time.
Then she gave him a church hug? Oh, jeez.
I don't know about that.
Okay.
Yeah.
But there was no bisexual talk.
No bisexual.
Okay. I'm glad we
Well, the
can,
texter will be happy to
glad we
hear
can
that.
clear that up. The least we can do for all the texters out there.
Right.
Answer any question they may have about bisexuality.
Right.
Yes. 1-866-663-T-Man. You're on the air.
Hello?
Yes.
Yes, I was just calling about that cable guy thing.
All right.
That cable guy thing, I think a lot more happened than what she's saying. I think, like, she might have been, like, welcoming a lot more, and then to cover her own butt, she like, said, well, I did hug him. Kind of, like, changed stories, trying to go on the offense when really a lot more happened that she wanted to
Well,
happen.
I'm not saying I totally disagree with you. I've given you my scenario. I know exactly what happened behind those closed four-wall deals there, Terry. Huh? Yes, this woman was watching the cable guy in action for the past hour and a half that he was working on her broadband.
Boy, look how he strips that cable.
And she became, in some minor fashion, curious about this guy to the extent where she felt comfortable to give him that little hug, that open-ended hug. Okay, now it's your move. She didn't think his move would be, up, here's the penis. She got a lot more than she bargained for, but I think she was in some fashion a bit turned on by this guy. She may have been a more lonely type than the average woman out there. Okay, wait, you're all lonely. And yes, she got a rude awakening.
Definitely.
And she obviously, when he sprung to action, was, I'm sure, very scared, frightened, and running for her life. But I believe it started because she was a bit intrigued by this guy. And you gotta be damn careful, especially when there's no one there to hear your screams. She's lucky a lot worse didn't happen than having the scratches that she was able to show the authorities on her, Terry. She had some scratches.
Well, that's because he threw her up against the wall.
You've removed a little bit of my skin. Cable guy. Now get out of my house!
Let me take off my tool belt first.
Church hug isn't supposed to lead to a flesh wound. Well, whatever. I don't feel that sorry for her. I'm sorry.
Oh.
Well. I feel a tad sorry for her.
But not that.
She is well on the bottom of my list of people I feel sorry for today, Terry.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely didn't break the top 10.
Dude who got his ass kicked at the Seahawks game yesterday is a little bit higher, Terry.
Really?
That's right.
Somebody
couple of fights break out at these games, Terry. You may be aware of since your husband works these games.
Yeah, it's.
Does he work the inside at all, or just
he
the
does
outside?
Both.
Inside and outside team, man.
He can
Turns
go
around.
on the inside, but they have usually other like state patrol and all that. But he works outside, and he.
So he's probably aware that after the third quarter beer run is over, that people get a little hostile.
Oh yeah, he's even made note of it to me. He's it takes him like 2 hours to get home from a Seahawk game as opposed to an hour from a Mariner game, and it's like, well, that's because football fans
The football crowd's worse than the baseball crowd.
Yes.
Well, baseball crowd's like middle-aged women and...
right, my mom.
Yeah.
She's the only one that still goes.
Definitely.
Couple of old men and with their grandkids.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
More hostile environment, that's for sure.
Yes, you're on the air. Hello.
Yeah, this is Frank from Tacoma.
Hello, Frank.
I'm a repair guy myself, and I don't want to be labeled like the dude that you're talking about earlier.
Yes.
You know, we're not all that way. You know, I'm 6'2", pretty good-looking guy, and I don't get hit on like that.
Well, Frank, let me give you a little church hug here, buddy.
Just don't throw him against the wall.
Yeah, right. Frank, I don't think anyone is going to group all repairmen now together as a scary set of individuals. I think people can identify that this was an isolated story with an isolated reaction by an overzealous repairman who obviously, I think, thought, Terry, that, well, in a demented kind of way, but still, I feel a little bit bad for him that he thought the signal was given to him.
Right.
And he was, short on time and ready to spring to action.
Hey, there's a bigger signal, you know. If he pulled back and she went forward, then he could have went at it. But
Have you ever been hugged?
yeah, if it's more than one hug, yeah, then that's a separate signal.
Have you gotten any more blatant signals than the hug?
Yeah, correct. If you got a little bit more, hey,
sometimes
go for it.
He's not getting it.
No.
All right. Well, it sounds terrific. Okay.
He hasn't.
Thank you, Frank.
Just don't play the Frank and Beans.
Yes. I'm sorry that in your line of work, your nickname is Hanky Panky Frankie, but don't feel that it gives all repairmen a bad name.
Right.
You're on the air. Hello. Anyone there?
Hello?
Yes, you're on.
Hey, T-Man, good morning.
Good morning to you.
This is Mike from Upper Washington.
Yes.
I actually got a funny story about the cable guy. I went to Iraq back, I can't remember, about a year ago or so. And I was over there for a year, 3 days before I came.
Now, you can't use that word, sir. I had to dump that, but you
Sorry
are...
about that.
All right, why don't you tell us in a cleaner variety what happened to you?
Okay, I was deployed, and my wife, she's European.
Okay.
And
that explains a lot.
European, they're little frisky ways and all, but 3 days before I got back, she actually moved back up here from down to Southern California. She was out traveling around, and she was having the cable installed. Well, I guess the guy felt bad for her for being alone for a year, and I don't know, maybe she needed to freshen up to make sure she was ready for me to come home.
And she started going at it with the cable man?
Yeah, right there in the living room.
Really? He brought her the ruckus he went the whole damn way with her, or what?
Well, I'm not sure the exact details. I kind of deported her after I found out about it. I took her visa and told her,
But there was cable man penetration, as far as you know.
What's that?
There was cable guy penetration in your living room.
Yeah, I actually know the guy's name.
All right.
I actually talked to him about it.
Wow, is that how you found out?
Well, no, my neighbor, me and my neighbor had met. She lived down below me, and me and her both in the kind of worked together on up in the base we work at for the Army.
And she tipped you off that she heard the sounds of sex coming from your place? The sounds of sex, sir?
Well, actually, she heard the aftermath of it, or she saw the aftermath. They were out on the balcony smoking a cigarette, and
wow,
heard discussion. So I got interested, like,
trying to figure out what was going on, so I checked her email.
Pasty smokes with Hotshot after every show, Terry.
I know.
I don't put two and two together and come to the conclusion that they have a quickie at 10:01.
All right.
Hey, dude, you want to hug real quick?
But I did get a good thing out of it. I got some. He hooked up my home theater system while he was there,
but
he
that's
gave me
worth
the gold-plated, expensive RTA cable.
He gave the same to your wife. Now,
gold-plated.
Sorry, looking back, I'm asking you point blank. Do you have the absolute knowledge that he had sex with your wife or not?
Yes.
He did. Okay, there it is.
Yeah, because I asked her, she didn't deny it. So I do know that did happen.
Wow. Does she know you were 3 days away from coming home?
Yeah, she...
European slut.
Let her know I was going to be home, so...
Really? So where was she from in Europe?
In Germany.
I got to visit there. All right, thank you, sir.
So now are you and your neighbor doing... Oh, well...
Are you and your neighbor doing it? Terry wants to know.
What's that?
Terry sees some kind of a connection between you and your neighbor that she's not comfortable with, and she's asking whether you and your neighbor are now romantically linked.
No, not me and my neighbor. My friend and my neighbor.
Well, that seems innocent enough.
Yeah. Well, you know, it just seemed kind of... The neighbor was quick to bust.
All right, here's a woman now on the line who's pissed off that she believes this woman did no wrong in giving the hug to the cable guy.
Okay.
And that my interpretation that led to trouble is unfair.
All right.
Is that right? Are you there?
Hello?
Yes, hi.
Yeah, I just wanted to say that regardless of what her intentions were for giving that man the hug, he had no right to pull out his little thingy.
His little thing.
No right at all. You know what?
If it was
Even
big, he'd have every right.
Oh, yeah.
No, I
Even
agree
if
with
he
her.
was
She's
like,
right.
let me work this, let me see if he'll put the first move on me. Let me tell you, the first move isn't whip out your penis.
Oh, geez.
It's, you know...
That's move number 2?
It's not.
Where does that fall in on the list of moves, I wonder?
Cancel your Best Buy appointment today, Steve.
It's definitely not first move, whip out your penis, jackass.
Yeah,
That's
okay.
not it.
I agree with you that it's not the first move, but I'm curious, what move is it?
What move is it?
Yeah, what number move is whip out your
Maybe
penis?
hey, baby, can I have your number? What's
Okay,
your name?
fine, but what
number
at what
Can I
point?
installed your cable? Can I install something else? You know what I'm
geez.
talking
Wow.
about?
You think
So
that's
you want
okay?
a few
You know, can I get a
lines.
reach around something?
Yeah.
I mean, just whip out the penis, that's it.
Yeah, she likes to be romanced, Terry.
Right.
Could I have a reach around?
Yeah, hey, baby, can I get a reach around?
Can I have something?
Yeah.
I mean, she didn't even have, it's like driving a car without warming it up first. It's going to drive a lot better if you warm it up
Yeah,
first.
you're one of those
right?
American cold cars, huh? I like one of those European German cars, Terry, that no matter how cold it is, you can fire that gas to the floor in the first second after you turn on the vehicle.
Fuel injected.
Oh, jeez.
Well, the car's going to work better if you warm it up first.
Whatever.
That's it. And that's definitely
You're a broken down jalopy and you know it.
Wow. A jalopy?
Mm-hmm.
Jeez.
You're on your last leg, hoopty, and you know it, honey.
She's
What?
Never mind.
Yeah. Okay. Bye-bye.
She goes. Driving away, Terry.
She is a jalopy.
Clunking the whole way down the street. Muffler's been off for years, and she don't even care.
The T-Man.
I'll be sure, baby. I'm sure Shelly Hard, or better known as Shellard,
Yes,
has
Shellard.
that one dusted off and ready to be played again at the old school lunch hour today, Terry.
Right.
And the best thing about the old school lunch hour?
Yeah.
She extends it to 2.
My kind of lunch.
Noon to 2. Everyone should have a lunch that long.
Yep.
And I know some of you do. Okay.
We do.
So stay tuned for that later on, just a few hours from now. Let's see what we have here as far as text pages that are closing the book on this morning. Somebody at 9:25 and 41 seconds writes, "Hey, the last caller at 9:23 mad about the cable guy just before your break. Did she let out the S word?"
No.
I might have been so busy dumping other things that were said on the air, Terry. I might have let a profanity or two slip. That happens. It's part of the casualties of the show. You should be aware. And if you're not prepared for it... Kate and Allie, I'm sure, are doing some very funny stuff right now.
Right. They're not going to pull out their schlongs anytime
Oh,
soon.
jeez. Okay, let's see what we got here. Well. Steven knows better. He knows
If you
it
ask him
personally.
real nicely, I
jeez.
would.
At 9:16 and 1 second, he said, skip it over a whole bunch of boring ones here. Somebody writes, Question for Steven.
Oh.
Have you seen this one yet, Steven?
I haven't, no.
Because you have access to the text pages.
I haven't
He
looked
reads
today.
every one of them.
Yes, and I bet he has
I text
seen
him, and
this.
he hits me right back. Hey, hot shot.
Oh, geez.
Whatever. He knows it's me every time.
So why is
Well,
he...
Steven has a wizard sleeve. I mean, it catches my eye until I realize that it's you.
Steven has a
Why have you not read this one, Steven?
I didn't go to them lately. This is a new one.
9:16 and 1 second. Somebody writes, question for Steven. I can't read this, actually. I can't read it on the air.
Let Steven read it on the air. Have him
Let me go log
You're gonna have to
log in.
You're going to have to read it yourself, Steven. It's so graphically, sexually explicit that it can't be read.
Oh, okay.
Can I read it?
If you're prepared to, then go ahead.
What time was it again?
9:16 and 1 second.
9:16.
Oh.
The one that says, question for Steven Colon.
Oh, Nick. Yeah, there you go.
God gives the name and everything.
Even though you can't read the question on the air, Steven, you want to call Nick and give him an answer? Should we give him a phone call?
Oh, you want me to call him?
Yeah, let's call
Oh,
him.
you just ruined the suspense now. She can't just know. She doesn't like that? She's not into that?
No.
Oh, jeez.
I'm not into it either.
Oh,
really.
jeez!
Knock it till you try it, my friend.
Well, maybe I should try it sometime, but I'm really not...
I mean, I thought that's what the hot tub was built for, but that's all right. All right, 9:15 and 58 seconds. Somebody writes...
Soothe your muscles.
Oh, jeez. Oh,
yeah, I know. Go ahead. 9 something.
It's good for that, too. But anyway.
Nothing more soothing than other people's germs.
Whoa.
Somebody writes... Well, not somebody. The person identifies themselves. It's Justin. Terry, is that nooner still on the table?
Oh, jeez.
You know what, Justin? It's time for you to take a short retirement from the text paging for a little while there.
Yeah.
Yes. At 9:12 and 45 seconds, somebody writes, I go to church for the hugs and the hugs alone. Apparently these church hugs are something to behold, literally, Terry.
We're missing out.
Yeah, I wonder what church these people are going to.
Yeah. Not your church, huh?
Church of the Uncontrollable Flatulence. I don't know.
Wow.
Where do you go, Stephen?
Not to that one.
Something tells me it turns into that anyway.
Yeah, that's on the way home.
As soon as you arrive. 9:12 and
my
10.
car's called.
9:12 and 10 seconds. Somebody writes, my cable guy sells me weed.
Wow, that's nice.
9:11 and 43 seconds. Somebody writes, the cable guy stepped in dog poop and tracked it through my house once.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's happened
Damn
to me.
them.
That can happen.
Really?
9:11 and 13 seconds. The threesome story, T-Man, from EWU could easily happen. I went there for 5 years, and I know the sorority girls. They have sorority girls at EWU,
I'm
Terry?
surprised
They do.
because it's such a small school.
They do?
Mm-hmm.
Really?
Yeah.
Man, that's...
They don't have houses.
I'll tell you what, if that did happen, that's so big time. 2 sorority girls, you're delivering a pizza before you know you're having a threesome.
Wow.
Man.
Jeez, go Eastern Eagles.
Go Eastern Spread Eagles, what?
No, they're the Eagles.
Oh, okay.
Jeez.
If that really happened, 2 sorority girls just take on the pizza delivery guy like that?
Sounds like it.
It was part of their rush, to get into it.
They're extra horny in Eastern Washington. You don't know that. Look at your co-host.
Wow.
9:08.
Seahawks have moved out of town. They have nothing else to do.
That's right.
No one else to double team.
9:08 and 49 seconds. No one's coming right out and saying this, T-Man, but the woman who hugged her cable guy wanted it in the poop. Okay, I can't.
Jeez, people. Why
I could read that one, but I couldn't read Steven's. Well, sometimes these things catch me off guard, Terry. I don't even know what I'm reading until I read it.
That was something about a popper, probably.
Yeah, I wanted it in the popper.
Always sounds so much different when you read it out loud.
They misspelled popper with 2 O's. 9:08 and 45 seconds.
Oh, that's a good one.
What's that?
Whoa.
9:08 and 45 seconds.
I haven't even read it yet.
Well, but I'm looking at it.
Can you not ruin my fun here?
Okay.
Okay. And 9:08 and 45. Oh, this is a good one. Oh, dear. I don't know. I can't read that fast. I'm in love with my mistress, and she claims she loves me, but she's moving with her husband back home. How do I get her to let go of him and in... And then it ends.
Well, probably ran out of room.
It's only so many words you could put on a text page.
Well, let's call that person back and give him some advice.
How could you say that's a good one when it's left completely open-ended?
Well, in all areas, taxes and fees additional. Call Comcast for pricing, equipment, and service details. Offer ends 9/30.